Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host, Tabitha Beeson, Desi Ray, and Shell Ray. Vegas, it's time to rise and shine. And here's your host, Tabitha Beeson, Desi Ray, and Shell Ray.
My God, we're like here. Like a week and a half ago, this was merely a drunken idea. And now we're like sitting in front of, I'm going to say millions of people. Millions. I'm almost sure it's close to 1 billion, but not quite.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I mean, we've been in for what, 10 seconds now? It takes time.
It takes time to build up the love of an audience.
No doubt. But we are Rise and Shine Las Vegas. And I'm Tabitha.
I'm Desi Lou.
I'm Shell Ray.
And we have lost our ever-loving fucking minds. So,
it's not the first time. It won't be the last.
It's not
Stick
the first
around.
time.
You'll get to see plenty of that.
Nor will it be the last. But in essence, I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. What was it? A week and a half ago Wednesday, we had done Honeybees. And we were kind of jazzed. Maria, our producer, Desi, and I went and grabbed a snack afterwards at a little Mexican restaurant.
Don't forget the Patron.
Oh, I think there was Patron.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
You said snack, and I figured you were just boozing.
Oh, I
You
wasn't.
had a snack.
You guys. Okay, now I'm like Patron. So yeah, no, there was
Good
like legit
morning, Las
Patron.
Vegas.
Oh my
It's
God,
time to
there's
rise
cocks
and shine.
everywhere. Do you hear them cocks? Okay, we have cocks. But hold on. Well, cocks are cocks. Cocks are my cocks. I like all the cocks, but we're a morning show, so we had to have cocks, right? Roosters. I mean, some people know them as that.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, it wakes you up.
Yeah.
Right. Cock always wakes me up, for sure. All it has to do is ring, and I'm up. So the girls were saying we should do something like in the morning, and then literally a morning show. Like we just like all were like a morning show. So we're here in the morning.
Here we are.
We're going to cock you up on Tuesday and Friday mornings, roughly 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We're going to say roughly.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Very
always
roughly.
be roughly. Okay, I'm white. I'm punctual. I thought she was white. I thought she was white. We've only got one Asian, but look where we are. We're late. It's okay. You know what? I forgive us already.
Me too.
So we have segments that we've cleverly named that have, ideas behind them. And we may or may not do it right. I'm kind of presuming that whatever we do is cute and adorable regardless. So we're safe there. But I don't know. So here's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to review things. We're going to offer reviews. We're going to review food. So if you want to feed us in the morning, Tab's a fat girl. Tab loves that. And then these girls are more reasonable with their portions, but whatever.
We'll still eat them.
Well,
Yeah.
she's like, we still
I
have
still
them.
like food.
Right,
All
no
kinds.
doubt. Oh my gosh. I love you, Maria. You know what?
She's a little cock obsessed.
She's a little cock upset. She's a little cocky
And she blames
this
it on
morning.
us.
And she, right, as if we instigate the baloney. We were sitting there, literally just like, roosters was one of the very first things that came to our mind as far as anything. we didn't even know what we were going to do. We just knew morning
morning
shows and roosters because they're cocks, and Tab loves cocks. So I don't know. It just kind of rapidly unfolded. And then I like to sit on ideas for like years. No shit. For a very long time.
That's my typical,
And
but not
so,
anymore.
She's like, I'm transforming. But Maria doesn't. Somehow ideas just happen and then you just do them. And I'm like, wow, well, for fuck's sake.
Here
Good
we
thing
are.
you're probably in
And here
charge
we are.
and not me, because I'd still be, dreaming about it. So this is a little quick for me. And I don't know. I just
But
fly
we're
by
gonna
the seat
do
of my
it.
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might seem a little, miscombobulated to you guys the first few times, but this is
It's
I mean,
perfect
it is.
for
It's
us.
combobulated for us,
This is
too.
perfect
Yeah.
for us.
It is
It's
perfect
how we
for
roll.
us. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm so imperfectly perfect, it's perfect.
We're also, hello.
And I'm retarded, but everybody likes that. Oh my God. I'm so in love with Maria. I can't stand it. This bitch is fire. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, but about the reviews. We're
Yes.
going to review food. If you want to feed us. Maria is fucking crazy because she was like, I'm going to make you girls strawberry waffles. I'm like, rad. I can dig that. I'm thinking it's going to be pink, strawberry shortcake-ishy, fluffy, something like that. And she's like, I'm going to make them and we're going to have them on the show. Kid
Show
you
it.
not. Okay. You go ahead and tell me who this little guy is, because I don't watch television. I rarely go to a movie. The little,
Baby
I
Yoda.
called him wrong.
It
the
looks like
little baby Yoda guy, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That's the
He's
waffle
cute. That's
iron
all
she
that
brought me.
matters. Yeah.
Plus a waffle iron this big.
Mini
So those are the
waffles.
ones I have. Those are the ones I have. But here's the deal. All she meant by strawberry waffles is that, Tab, I diced up
Strawberries.
some strawberries.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, listen, 2 days too early, because she should have done it right before this morning. So they're a little wilty. She may not have understood how that was going to happen. And then I'm like, so do we have like...
I know, we were like, what are strawberry waffles? Do you
Right.
put strawberries in the waffle?
Yeah, well, that's what I was
That's
saying.
totally what I anticipated. I thought pink
Yeah.
and no,
Well,
no,
when
stop.
she said she found a new strawberry waffle recipe, I was like,
Yes,
this is going to be
because
good.
she said it was a recipe. She
Yes.
said she taught herself how to make it. So I was presuming there was something within
Right.
the batter.
And so she needs to make them again now that she's learned
This-
how. This is how she presented it.
It's like, no, Tab, I just chop up the strawberries. I'm like, fuck my life. Fuck my life. So then I was like, do we like have whipped cream or something? Oh, yeah. The bitch didn't bring any whipped cream. She did not bring any whipped
And we
cream.
could have. We had the squirt.
And I brought butter, okay? Because I'm like, I'm going through a list, and then I brought the spray for the, I'm just like, I don't think she gets life, but that's okay, because I kind of don't get life either. You know,
At least
Right,
you get,
right.
you get the things
She's
that
like,
she
I
doesn't
have your
get.
fucking
we
studio.
complement each other with our what, like our
lack of
strong
getting
suits,
life, yeah.
or whatever. So anyway, so I thought I was learning something new today, but no, bitch, I made waffles and put on them wilted strawberries.
Notice I didn't put any on.
I buttered you guys up
Well,
already.
I normally
so you
just
do
don't
have
eat in the
butter.
morning. Sorry.
But- okay, because you're going to have to maybe take a bite. Like, maybe
I
not a
will
big
before
one.
we leave.
But
Yeah, I
I'm
will.
like, we're going to feed you a lot of shit you're not going to eat in the morning.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
I mean,
have
I'm
to get
making
there.
killer breakfast sandwich, and you're just gonna sit there and look
Test
at it.
your
But we'll bring
acting
you. I'll
skills.
bring you a baggie. Maybe I'll start carrying. We should bring some baggies so
Yeah,
that she
then
can
I
shove her
eat
shit
half
in
and
a
then take
sandwich
half
bag
home for
and
my
take
doggy
it.
bag that I can
Lord,
eliminate later.
help us! Oh my God!
But anyway, this is going to be fun, and we're excited you guys are joining us.
we
Yes,
are.
For sure.
I think I'm over the shock of it now. That was a
Good.
good. Did I just talk like 20 miles a
No,
minute?
it was great.
Okay.
No.
Holy
It all needed to
smokes.
be said.
So it did all need to be said.
Yes.
We are going to casually drink our drinks. One of the segments though that I'm really excited about is Boozy, and it's on Fridays. Do you remember what the name was?
Fireball Friday, isn't it?
No, we
Oh.
changed it.
Well, dang.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
morning
so behind.
booze, but
Oh, yeah, morning booze. Okay, so, but that was going to be the name of our
that's what we were
news
talking about last
section.
night.
Yes. Bitch, show up, girl. So we had to switch a couple things because we were going to call the news section morning booze. But we didn't have a drinking section, but now we have a drinking section.
And then we just sounded like a bunch of alcoholics because then we had Fireball Friday and morning booze, and we're like,
yeah,
hey,
we're like all over the liquor references for sure.
hey, not that there's anything wrong with the
right,
liquor, but
I could do
Right.
a little punch in here.
I used to never drink, like not even once a year, legit. And now I'm like, I like boys a lot, and I like liquor, and I like weed. So I don't know.
Woo.
I'm like well-rounded now.
Ah,
I'm well-rounded.
I like.
I
all
used to
those
just watch and flirt, but now I do it all and flirt within those genres.
Woo.
You know, I'm a loose girl
Hey.
when I want to be.
Yeah.
You
Sometimes
have to
I'm
cut the mustard
tight-lipped,
first,
like
yeah.
legit tight-lipped. I can't believe I just said that. That was so gross, but so cool. But
I know what she means.
right? She's like, I know what she means. I had boys all over me last night, but we're not there yet. And you know,
That's
but
another
I
segment.
was tight-lipped because I had to be here
we-
this morning.
Did you
Oh.
get any rest?
I slept for 3 hours.
Well, you look
That is
beautiful.
so-
Yes, you look so refreshed.
So this
Refreshed.
is one thing that I kind of do just in life, and I haven't done it in a couple weeks, well, several weeks, but I kind of like to
Thank you.
I'll go out and like if the night is good, it means I don't get home until like, you know, sunrise or
Oh my
so.
goodness.
And so literally, Shelly, you probably don't know this yet, but I go and I take my tripod and before I go home, I kind of get a snack from Dunkin' Donuts, who I just read yesterday is just called Dunkin' now. It's
my.
legit a thing. They're only Dunkin'. They changed it a couple years ago. They're not Dunkin' Donuts, so they're
All this
Dunkin'.
name changing stuff's freaking me out.
Right. But anyway, so
It
I'll
ain't
stop by
broke.
there. I get the snack and bacon because I'm like a bacon-holic. And then I'd get a donut and maybe usually an ice water with lemon, but they never have it. Okay, yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And then I go to a park and I set it up and then I just start, however I left the man's house is how I look. My makeup is down my face. My hair has done whatever wild and fascinating thing he had it do.
So it's like Tabitha Chronicles.
Yes, I call them my morning after videos. So here's the thing. So my girls were like, oh my God, Mom, Monday night is one of my nights I go out. So for a Tuesday morning show. And then Wednesday nights I go out, but we're doing our show on Friday. So obviously I'm going to have to pick up Thursday nights. But here's what happens. Like they were like, you're going to have to like not go out on Mondays or just come home early. And I was like, the fuck I will. I said,
hilarious
I will.
that you guys thought that is so
Yes,
cute. So
the
cute.
10-year-old was all on it. She's like, "Oh, Mom," because I'm her grandmother, but she calls me Mom. She's like, "You're gonna have to maybe come home early," and I'm like, "Oh, no," because
sweetie.
I am
You're like,
not
up to your
A
room.
quitter.
I am right. I am not opposed to powering through and simply showing up morning after.
And we will bust her
I mean,
out
that
Hey.
would
when
make for some good news.
Yeah.
I did come home early. So I came home at between 2:30 and 3. I left 3 men at a table eating food, and they were all like yummy for me because that's how it is. They were all yummy for me. One of them kind of like, you know, had his hand doing a little funny stuff, which I totally enjoyed, so I didn't stop it.
Right.
But they got their food and I hadn't ordered because I'm like, I can't stay out all night. So they got their food. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let you gentlemen eat in peace and da-da-da-da-da.
And you sashayed away.
I did. I sashayed away and they were all like,
Yeah, that's how you got to do it sometimes, girl. Just leave them
gonna
like,
be
"Ooh,
worse
where's
next
she
time you
going?"
go.
so next Monday, Tab's probably going to just do them all.
Ah!
The funny thing is, when
Better
we were
start
standing
early.
together, they were like, you know, we should do something. And I'm like, this looks like a quadruple something to me.
Oh.
Like, I don't even know, but I can't count us all, but I think we're a group. So, and then I'm like, oh, teasing. And they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, I know. So while we're sitting at this table, I can only imagine they're like, can we? Are we gonna? Whatever. But we didn't.
And then
I
you're like,
sashayed away, slept for
"Thank
3
you,
hours.
fellas."
She got
In my
3
makeup,
hours.
I took off my clothes though. In my makeup, and then I was like, well, this is my first one. I do have to fluff up. I totally fluffed my hair, recurled a couple pieces, resprayed it.
You look great.
Powdered, put a little bit more blush, and So, I don't know. We're here, and I'm ready. And Maria's like, shut the fuck up, Tab.
And tell them about some news.
Because we've got news. We've got news. So, we think we have cute news. We're finding that it's a little bit hard to find cute news, but we're going to do it. So, our cute news is like, probably not death, probably not car accidents.
Yeah,
probably
we're not
like
gonna be
the
like the
stabbings.
stuff you find on your mainstream.
No.
Right. So we're just gonna talk lottery winners. I think a lot. I think that's gonna be my go-to when I can't find something. I'm gonna be like, there's got to be a fucking lottery winner somewhere.
I mean, we're in Las Vegas.
Well, I think Las Vegas is coming back. That's pretty newsy. You know what I mean? We're going out and seeing. Yeah, it's getting busy.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Pools are opening up. Thank goodness.
Yes. When you
Some
said
are already
that,
open this week, and then most are opening on Friday. But
oh my gosh! Oh, that's
I'm ready to go.
Okay, fucking rad, dude! I was so excited when you said
we're
that.
gonna have to. You know what? I think we should contact Circa and see if we can go out there and do a morning show from Stadium Swim one day.
Oh, in our bathing suits floating in the water.
Do you guys really want to see that? I mean, I can do it.
I mean, we can wear swimsuit cover-ups. We don't have to be all like.
No, I totally feel you. I totally feel you.
Their water's like
You know
92 perfect degrees. Huge.
Oh, it is?
Yes, all year round, and all it's just huge.
That sounds beautiful.
I'm in heaven there. It's just sports,
Really?
and water and booze.
Oh, I don't know what sports means really, but
Right.
Sports and water and booze.
right,
And
right.
I'm in like,
If they throw a live band on the end, I'd be like,
right, music, yeah. I mean, if I can get up and dance every once in a while, so.
I think I have a
Don't they
bathing
do
suit
DJs
that fits.
sometimes?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
DJing.
that would be
Yeah, so Vegas is coming back, you guys.
So what you figured out that pools are opening? Is it some of them, all of them at certain spots?
Most
What do you
all
think?
of them, all the main pools, all MGM, Caesars. Some are open already. Like Aria opened the first. Some opened yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So there are some. Aria opened yesterday. When a couple of those, all MGM properties open Friday, and then a lot of them go to full time and longer hours on the 15th and more capacity. Right now they're only at 35%.
So rad.
So on the 15th it goes up to 50.
We're getting in the right
I mean, they're
direction.
saying strict guidelines and stuff, but you can see Vegas is coming back and people are kind of waking up.
The
So
pools are serious though, because even
Cabana
on a
time is the
normal-
best.
Yes, on a normal year, we're just like, got to get into March, because they actually, even though people know that we have 116-degree weather, blah blah blah, during the winter it is actually kind of chilly,
Yes.
and whatnot.
Especially in the evening. But.
Yeah, we don't have the pools open all year round like I wish we did, because
Except
really
at Stadium
just can't.
Swim.
What do you mean by? Tell me what Stadium
So
Swim
Circa,
is.
the new hotel that opened up downtown, it just got built.
Yeah.
It got finished, I don't know, 4 months ago.
Okay.
They have this huge, it's called Stadium Swim at their hotel. So it's basically a sports book outside.
Oh, because you said it's sports.
Yeah.
Oh, that's their theme.
Yep.
Fuck my life. Okay,
yeah,
I got
so
you.
that has
Giant
these huge
screens
giant
everywhere.
screens out there, a huge pool that you wouldn't believe how big it is. And then they
Oh,
have
yeah?
lounge chairs you can rent, day beds, cabanas. It's just
Okay. I get it.
It's
I
awesome.
get it. Dude, that is
Wet and
rad.
drunk
Yeah.
football watching.
Football.
like
See,
it's
I'm
my
not so much
forte.
into that.
She was born for that.
Hey, Eric. But I am,
If you
like
could
the
find
whole.
a nudie one,
I'm all
write
about
it
the
in with.
snacks.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
about the snacks.
Well, they have
and,
snacks and boozers that some girls and guys serve. Come to your thing and bring
Right.
you what you need.
Right. You
Like
know,
a princess.
I totally hear you. I want you guys to know that we're eating off of China. Okay, so
It's
this is what Tab
beautiful.
does.
I'm gonna say
China.
these came from Tabitha's.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm going to get back to my lottery winner,
There's a
but
song
hold on
called
real
Fine
quick. Let me
China.
tell you this, okay? Because this is fucking crazy. So Maria, like I said, she's got her stuff together. When you bake, you use proper portions. Like you measure things.
Oh, I
Granted,
don't.
we're only
Which is
making
what-
what?
I don't ever measure.
Okay, stop talking. You can't talk. So,
I don't
okay,
ever
no,
measure.
for real. Baking, you're supposed to.
Baking I do
Really
sometimes.
hard.
Baking I do.
Baking.
Baking
Okay,
you
I'm
have
going to
to.
call
Right.
waffles baking.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling waffles baking.
Yeah.
She brings
That's
me
why I don't bake.
a thing of I swear to God, it better have been waffle mix, because now I'm questioning. And then she brings me this for a bowl. This has ridges. This for a bowl.
Are you supposed to mix in that?
Yes, and 2 eggs. I'm sorry, and then we bought milk on the way. This is a beater. This is a beater. This
You
is
about
not
beat
a
her
live
with it?
beater.
Did you
This
beat her
is-
with it? No.
So then I'm like,
What am
you
I-
brought a mixer? And she's like, looks at me, is like, no, Tab, that's stupid. I'm not going to bring a whole...
Hold on, is that the bowl she wanted? Oh my gosh.
Look at her.
I'm not
Our
kidding.
producer is crying.
I'm not kidding. This is what she wanted me to do. But here's how I prepare.
That's
Here's
awesome.
how I said
Hey, I want to go look at the black splash in her kitchen.
she literally was like, no, she took it and she showed me what to do.
What? She didn't even bring you the handle?
No, just
Oh my
That's
god!
the whole mixer, and that would be stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Well, no wonder you guys couldn't answer your phone and we didn't know where the fuck you were.
I was cooking,
It's because of
goddammit.
these waffles we
So
came
not
too late.
only did I have to make waffles without measurement,
Her eyes, you're crying.
I'm
So
a
you-
little bit of a perfectionist.
So what you're saying is I
I did my best. I did not use this system. I did not use this system.
You don't do this at home.
I didn't. Jesus
do?
Christ. So this is her fucking life. She's not from here. This is her life. She's not from here. Okay, but here's what I do. I'm thinking,
Oh my god.
we'll
Look
need
at
plates. We'll need plates. So I'm like, which china do I want to bring? Okay, that's my life. And I'm like, fuck, I need forks. Okay, so.
Well, and, look, and I'm sure you brought these beautiful.
Oh, and
Oh, these.
we use
which I
cloth
might put on my
napkins
lap.
fairly often at home. So I have cloth napkins that match the fucking plates. Okay.
Hi, Jennifer.
No doubt. Is that my Jen?
Hello.
Oh, no. But she is now. Okay, so.
You are now.
Jen, I just mean you're not the girl I grew up with. Okay. So listen. Okay, but no, really. Okay, so my news, I have a feeling, because I'm a slacker, I'm going to probably revert to lotto winners, because that's what I found.
It's
She found
Vegas.
pools. Totally
I'm
made
a
my
mermaid.
life,
Why wouldn't I
right?
go to the pool side?
Exactly. You've got the hair for it. I mean, she's totally got the hair for it.
Right, she's beach
But-
ready.
I don't gamble. Okay, so I didn't used to be a drinker until a couple months ago. I'm not a gambler at all.
God, I feel like
yet.
a bad person. I'm a boozer,
Like-
a gambler. Like, what else can I do
I'm
bad
a
around
sexer,
here?
though. I'm a sexer. I mean, you know, like I do. I have a specialty.
Right.
So, but there was this woman at the airport at McCarran, because, you know, we live in Vegas, and she put money into a slot. I would never. Like, I just am never like,
I
let
have.
me give them money, because I'm like,
When you're
they're
leaving
going
and
to
you don't
steal
want to
it.
leave.
I'm like, they didn't let me win it there. I'm sure God's waiting to put it right here,
Right.
so I'll drop a 20
Oh,
hundred
well, I'll
in a
just
slot
start
machine.
talking to God then, and then, okay, no, that makes more sense. I get it. So she put some money in. Oh, it doesn't say how much she put it in. She was in Concourse B, and on the Wheel of Fortune slots, and she won $302,000.
Wow.
This was a couple days ago.
I hope
what
she
happens
turned
here in
around
Vegas.
and canceled her flight, stayed in Vegas a
I
couple more
know.
days.
It was
You'd be
funny.
like,
Well, I
she's
watched
lucky.
the video. Did you watch the
Yes,
video?
where
And
she was like-
and her husband's like, he comes over like, and you can tell which one it is
Oh,
because
I
he's
didn't
breaking through the crowd and everyone
I
else
didn't
is just
see
kind of
that.
waddling over.
Maybe I only saw a clip, because I didn't see
You would have seen him
anybody-
beeline, and she's like,
No, I
honey,
did not
honey,
see
and
that.
you see a guy coming, whoop.
Oh my God,
like, "That's
that's
part mine."
cray. That's so awesome. Well,
It is awesome. Congratulations, Megan. We're very happy for you. Come back
Real.
and see us
Yeah.
sometime.
How cool.
for real. Did you find a news
Yes,
story?
I
Like, because I'm like,
actually-
did you do your job? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
sorta.
just checking.
Well,
She's like, well, I can't talk between the two of you.
Right, for real. Oh my God, we forgot you were here.
No, we didn't.
oh, my nose
Thank you.
itches.
Thank you for
That's
joining
a sad
us,
joke right there.
Desi. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. So
Lord.
as Tab said, trying to find good news is a hard thing to do in the barrage of poop.
When you don't
So-
look at the news.
Right, exactly. But I did hear about an interesting program. It's Station Casinos they're looking for candidates for their 2021 internship program. And it's really cool. They're going to get housing in one of the casinos. They're going to get paid like $1,200.
They're participant, right?
Yeah, each participant.
But what are they interning for? Like, I didn't know what they were interning for.
it's
I think it's more like a hospitality
Yeah,
industry.
because it's-
Oh, really?
So like
it
the
doesn't
hotel
mention
and
it doesn't mention anything about dealing or anything. They say they'll get hands-on experience, but like in the culinary and beverage departments and
Right.
HR and PR. So it sounds more like the hotel hospitality end of the spectrum to me.
I didn't even know that
It's
there
12
was
weeks,
training
very
for that.
immersive. So yeah, and they get paid to be
That's
there, and
so-
their meals are free. And
Think about the way, I mean,
How fun
just
would
me
that
being a
be?
small business owner for so long, employees that come and go.
Right.
I wish I could take them and teach them how we
Right.
taught the dogs.
Okay.
So there was an exact system instead of
Right.
them coming in from here and having it their way. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think
do.
that's more probably what they're kind of leaning towards with that internship and looking to like mold a younger, I think, you know.
Oh, because you said it was for younger people?
Well, it's an
Or no.
internship, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't
So
think
you
they
would
pay
think-
much because they're
I mean, you have to
teaching
be
you.
21
I wanna-
or over. I don't think they're saying you can't.
I wanna
Come
do it.
if you're older.
I don't have
but-
shit going on.
Yeah, let's
I wanna do
tab.
it.
The application process is. I'll
Right.
put the link in the comments in case you are interested, because the link is like that long.
Right.
So I'll put it in the comments if you guys are interested. You can just click, takes you right to the application.
There you go.
She's gonna start.
I'm going to
And
start.
people are looking for jobs lately, so.
Right. You get paid. You get free food. You get to stay in the casino. So all your off time is probably pretty fun.
That's true. I love off
Look at her.
time.
Yeah.
Her wheels. Are
I know, my
turning.
wheels are turning. I'm just like, maybe I should give
What
it a
else can
shot
I
and I might
have?
accidentally get it. I don't know. Like, I'm a winner usually. Except for when I'm a loser or a learner. You know, other than those times. Man, oh man. So, Megan's cool. We're doing internships. And the pools
Pools
are
are
fucking
And then let's go over the weather
open.
real quick and take a little break.
Man,
sounds
oh my
great.
God, we made it this far, dude. For
First
real.
commercial break of
In
the
a
show
minute,
ever.
right? No doubt. So
Anyway,
let's
today
talk
here
weather
in Las
Vegas.
Vegas, it is just going to be sunny and 70 degrees.
Glorious.
It's still a little chilly, but the sun, if you're in the sun, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what? So they
Not windy today.
that's a good
That's
thing.
a
But here,
big deal
I think
around
you
here.
just like you just
Makes
fucked
a
up the whole
difference.
segment because 2 days ago. No, listen, it's fine. Now I'm gonna pull you back in. So 2 days ago,
Save your tab.
Desi noticed that the weather prediction for today was 69. That's an insanely
Oh.
perfect number.
For her.
Then it got updated to 70. Sometimes we're going to have to lie so that we can use the word 69.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
the
I'm
number
sure.
69.
Yeah, at some point during the day, it will definitely.
Well, wait a
be
minute. Let's
69.
just go
Well,
back
that's
right
true.
here.
At some point during
We
the
could
day, it will
find
be
out
69.
Well, look,
exactly
that's what
what
I'm
time
saying.
it'll
It could be
be.
that right now.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. So
it's
I'm
50.
going to need us to. It's 50. She's like, no, it's 50. We're not there. I'm going to
Wear
need
your
us
jacket,
to
but then take it
choose
off.
sometimes creatively by a couple degrees what we say. If it's close to 69, we're going to lie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it might be 69 a lot. Mm-hmm. It might be. But 70, I love 70 makes me feel like we're getting
Getting
somewhere.
right.
It
Well,
feels
next
like the
week it's
cusp
supposed to
of
like be
beautiful
70,
things.
75, but then it's going to go back down like Tuesday through Friday again in the 60s.
Really?
That's not
You know
fair.
what? Yes. Jennifer was saying that you've got the whole mermaid hair down perfect.
Thank you, Jennifer.
So in my mind, weather, because we
That's
ladies
her goal.
describe weather in
I should be a
relation to
mermaid.
clothes. Yeah, you should be.
I should be.
And so I'm thinking that today's weather is, midday mini skirts. I think we've got mini skirts for that.
Awesome.
And we've got a picture of it. She'll pop it up in a minute. She's doing
It's
top
kind of
secret
why I went
stuff.
with sweater dress on the top.
Dude, I love that.
Skirt on the bottom.
Yes.
I
And
thought
I
it
was
would kind of
wondering.
fit.
You are. But then you could also wear jeans and a jean jacket.
And a tank, because
Or
then you
long
can throw that
sleeves and
sucker off.
Yeah.
jeans. Right.
So I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I want to talk about my clothes though for a second.
Yeah.
Because I used to be like, I'm working out of being a perfectionist. I've done a really
Same.
good job of it, but that was like a long road, like legit. And I used to like not do anything that I didn't think was perfect, quite honestly. And everything I had to do would be perfect. Like I literally had to work at jobs that the company was a Fortune 500 and like I was fucking insane. Okay.
So you're
It's
a little
just what I
bougie.
did. Right.
I
I'm a
love
little
being bougie,
something.
though. There's nothing wrong with being a little bougie.
I've calmed down a little bit. Okay, I've calmed down a little bit. So, I would have never bought a dress that said maternity if I wasn't pregnant. Bitch, I am wearing a maternity dress. And this
I've bought
thing
them too.
is banging. So here's like right now, I've dropped a bunch of weight, so I don't really know. I'll talk about that soon. I don't really know. Thank you. really what my size is all the time. Like it's all over the board.
And it's better not to be so focused on that anyway.
Right, no doubt. So, but with the quarantining and the pandemic, I can't try shit on. I'm at a loss because when you go from a 26, 28 down to an 18 and an extra large and a double extra large, which seems big in itself, but is an accomplishment from where I was.
Huge. Stop it. Yeah.
It was like when you drop about 150 pounds, shit's different. And I'm like, I don't know how to buy clothes now. So, but I took a gander on this maternity dress because
stand up and let us see it.
Oh,
right.
Geez, I didn't even think about that. Okay,
It's
so
perfect for today's weather.
It's perfect for today's weather. It's got a cinch under the boobs. And
So
I'm
it
like,
accentuates.
it just
Oh,
flares
look at
and it's
them.
going to go wherever it's going to go. So that'll fit, for God's sake.
Right.
So I was like, though, I'm like, God, I'm wearing too
Look
much
at how
clothes.
good your boobs looking that way.
Right!
Right.
No. So I was like thinking last night that I'm wearing, because this is morning after, guys. Remember, I told you what Tuesday is going to be. This is what I wore, and that's why this is all wrinkly. I was going to iron it because this is the first show, but I didn't have time. So this is how I came home. But so this, I thought was too much clothes because I like my skirts to go to here. My dresses or my skirts. And this goes to the darn near floor. But
That's
all
great.
the boys last night, because I was like, they're not going to see enough leg. I'm going to have to go like this for them to see my leg. So anyway, I wore this and I got so many compliments. I'm
You look
like,
gorgeous.
thank
Yes,
goodness.
it looks
because
cool.
I
I love
was worried. So
And it's
we're-
perfect for today's weather.
It is
Yes.
perfect for today's weather. But we're going to take a break. We're taking our first break.
commercial break.
I love us.
And when we come back, we're going to chit chat with stories about last night.
Yes.
And
Tab's got a good one.
we're going to introduce a couple of our own little segments.
Yeah, we're so excited. We're not sure how long we'll be here today, but whatever. You'll stay with us. We're in for the long haul. But we'll be right back.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. Live streaming on social media. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand.
Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host, Tabitha Beeson, Desi Ray, and Shell Ray.
Hello, welcome back to Rise and Shine Las Vegas. In our next segment.
Wait a minute. Did we turn on the microphone? Cool.
Oh,
good.
That is a valid question. I
That
just
is
want
so
you to
valid.
know.
Sorry.
Well, I've been
guys,
online
sorry.
before, and I've just been. And
Well,
people are like,
yeah.
can't hear you, can't hear you.
Your
And I've been like,
voice is
shit.
so light. I'm like, I barely heard you. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, can anybody hear us? Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Yes, welcome
I
back
apologize.
to
I know, right?
Rise
She's
and
like,
Shine Las Vegas.
Let me start again.
Yeah, I'll try to yell more.
No, you're fine.
Anyway,
I just got nervous.
the next segment up has to do with our reviews. We will just sample several types of things and bring you reviews. And I
We're
say that
gonna
because the
sample
first
several.
person to share a review is Miss Tabitha.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I just happened to, and it didn't even dawn on me literally until yesterday about that I could review this. But I went to, on Friday night, I went to a, yes, bring the cock. I went to a swinger party at a house. So this is kind of like a big thing in Vegas. I don't know if people really know. Like, I wouldn't have necessarily
thing
known.
I mean, I've
everywhere.
been coming here for 21 years, and I don't know about that scene, but
So, like, I remember growing up and knowing about the red. Oh my God, this is like nostalgic. I remember growing up, and my high school sweetheart, Christopher Markham. Don't Google him, because that's shocking. I got in trouble once, but like legit, I've got a couple great stories with him actually. So, okay, so what happened was, he used to tell me about the Red Rooster, and I'm like, cool. Well, it's a swingers club. It's somebody's house that has been turned into a place with like rooms and pools and bathrooms.
Equipment.
Pool, like shooting pool, right? Equipment, like that's legit.
I'm just imagining. I have no idea.
You go, right? No, that's
whatever
like,
does
legit.
it sounds like you kind of do.
She's like, I've seen a picture or two. So I was enjoying going to those lately. Okay, so but then the pandemic happened. So
Oh yeah, that damn
Ruined everything.
it did. These
No, it didn't.
houses are
No, it
just
tried to.
like
Yeah.
they're like little businesses. Like in a roundabout way. But you go, you pay a fee, and then you can mingle with like-minded people. I like to go to them because I like to be watched. And so, I mean, so I like to be watched. And what happened was I would go to those, and then I would go with my teddy bear.
I need to adjust myself.
I know, right?
now.
I would go with my teddy bear. He would be in charge of the evening, say what we could or couldn't do. I don't mind. I like taking
Oh,
orders.
okay, so is it? Oh, can I ask
But-
a question real quick?
Yes.
Is this like club? So is it where people like take their submissives and their non-sub? Because I've heard about that
you
kind
can
of
do
stuff before.
everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything. But when you
They
go
have something
to it,
for everyone.
somehow I felt like this was like a little more corporate. I like the Red Rooster and I like the Studio. Those are the only two I'd been to. But so this was like a house party too, because they do these at houses, but less of a business and only once or twice a week. So, and it's this woman, PW. She's been doing this since 2004.
So she's like a madam.
She's not a madam,
Oh.
but she does organize people being able to get together and do as they please. She was doing it with her husband, and then her husband passed away like 3 years ago. And she's continued. So I didn't know her then. I knew of her because actually one of my boyfriends, my biker boyfriend, is a swinger. He has parties at his house too. But I can't go to those because he says I'll get too possessive, and he's not wrong. So I haven't been to
She'll
one
start
of his.
whipping bitches. Okay.
I know, I'll be like,
Did
right.
you
Was
touch
that,
him?
that was what? Oh, your wife? Right. Is it her
Okay.
night, though? So, right. I thought this was kind of my night and my party day. But, so I go to this thing. So it's a little bit, a little bit less corporate when they're not corporate at all. And this one, like, I felt like it was more of a house party. So you go in, people are introducing themselves. We've got a bartender in charge. We've got snacks.
Always
You've
put the
paid your
bartender in
fee. Always a bartender in charge. And it was more like a house party. So I'm mingling, I'm talking, I'm doing whatever, trying to figure out the dynamics, kind of who's with who. And they're like, oh, Tab, no, we don't worry about who's with who. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I gotcha. And then people were like, right, this can be anything, Tabitha, you'd like it to be. Oh, really? It can be. So I got
I wish I had seen your face
Her
when someone
little
told you
heart.
that.
My
where you
little heart
were,
was
right.
like pitter-pattering. So I took a couple pictures. They did have some equipment. I didn't take a picture of all the equipment. There's like one, maybe
didn't
two
wanna be
other
a tourist.
pieces. Right. I was a tourist at the house. So I'm going to be showing you a red chair and a black swing. So I took pictures and things with my clothes off. Like I did it at the beginning because, it gets tricky after that.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do it at the beginning. So there was actually this gentleman that was there that is a voyeur. So he just wanted to watch. So he was kind of planted up by the machinery. I'm just going to call it that, machinery.
Okay, so he likes to watch the women
Right,
on the.
so-
I've read
yeah.
some books about this.
So
It's exciting.
Yeah.
He was like, no, it's
Yeah,
actually
I
kind
have.
of cool. I talked to this guy for hours while the party was warming up. I was there it says it starts at like 8 or something, and I was there before 9. I like to be punctual, okay? So I had time to warm up.
Right.
So he took a couple pictures. So there's a picture of a red chair and the black swing. The black swing, when I was going to sit in it, it hurt. It hurt where the straps are. I barely entertained taking that retarded picture because it was kind of hard to get into, actually.
Right.
And to get my feet up. The boys hoisted my feet up into the position. I don't know. But, so, yeah, it was crazy. So that hurt. So that didn't get any action.
Right. So you didn't, yeah.
No Action Jackson there. But what I did before I went is I called Camaro Guy. You guys have met Camaro Guy.
He brought us ice
Oh,
cream.
you haven't? Okay. He brought us ice cream one day for
that was
honeybees.
nice, Camaro
Right,
Guy.
right. Because I like to lick things when I'm on
Woo!
camera. So,
She likes to
you
be
know,
watched.
it'll happen. Because, right, I like to be watched. So, anyway, so I didn't think he was going to come because he was like, well, I have this. Right. Okay. So I didn't think he was going to arrive, show up, partake, because he had a birthday party that he was committed to. Some guys at work, one of them was having a birthday. So he went to McFadden's, got drunk, and I think he quickly changed his mind because I started popping up pictures. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking down the steps, and he is handing them his $80. And I was like, oh, I almost said his real name.
Oh.
I was like, Camaro Guy. And he's like, oh, there
And you had
are.
just gotten out of the chairs and stuff, so you
I
were a
had
little
just
hot
gotten
anyway.
out of the chairs, right?
Right.
So I was like, holy smokes. So we come and we get acquainted with people and we do whatever. But so the red chair, that's like a little contraption. So it's got like an awkward way to put your legs because of the positioning of the metal. It just wasn't very comfortable.
The
It got the
cold
job
metal.
done.
See, that's the problem with me. I
But,
don't like cold
you know,
stuff.
it wasn't a woman that created it or designed it because it was not
Of
comfortable.
course.
Of course not.
So the little exactly, some dumb cock.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a few.
Some dumb cocks
There's
did
only a
that.
few.
Right. But so the thing for the legs, although, you know, nifty and whatnot, kind of hurt. And then the seat of the chair is on like a thing where it wiggles in all kinds of
Like
directions.
your middle section?
Yeah,
Good
so
for
like
your
I could go
your
wherever.
abs.
However, which I mean it worked. It really did work. That part worked. But you can't just sit there nicely without holding the fuck on.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, whatever, because you might whatever. So, and then there's the back. Okay, so Camaro Guy is going to come in and handle business because I mean he knows what he's there for. And we're up here on this chair because I'm showing it to him, of course. And he's like, well, let's just handle some business. I'm like, right. So we ditched the pants, you know. We're creating a little clothing pile over here. And we're doing business. Well, it would make sense that this red chair is adjustable. And as we're doing business, the back kept adjusting, okay? So I'm like, the back is you know, doing
So you're
things.
going like a...
Right. Well, it wasn't doing that. It was staying solid. So wherever it went, it stayed solid.
Oh, okay.
But it kept going backwards.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it was like...
She was on an inversion
Yes,
table.
yes. I
for a
took
while.
an incline. So I took an incline. So
Well,
we're
you
doing
took
it,
it
we're
all
doing
right.
We're doing it right. 3 times it goes backwards until I was literally like this. The whole thing
Head
gave
over
out.
heels.
Do you think maybe that's what it was supposed to do, though? So the guy
Yes,
could get...
because it got fixed.
Oh.
But I was so worried that we broke this damn thing.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm like, that doesn't make sense. For God's sake, they got to be durable.
Right.
So I was literally, for a moment or 2 or 3, on my head, still in
Head
the
over
middle
heels.
of business.
Well, I mean, did you, like...
until I slid all the way down. So then, because this was up kind of in a corner, so then I'm between the chair.
It's like Carol Burnett went to this thing.
Hold on, I almost think we can go right into Tab's cocktails with this story, honestly.
Oh my God.
You still have
Contact information.
Yeah, it just sounds really funny. Like, no, it just seems like we're getting
my
really
God.
into the meat of your story.
The meat of the story. The meat of the story.
All right, I'm in.
You know what? Camaro Guy is like not the most exciting in bed. He's really vanilla, but he's so sweet and he's
not
so
much.
good on paper.
Well, honey, that night he banged you out, you were on your head, so he
I
can't be
was
that
on
vanilla,
my head.
okay?
Like, legit.
Came and paid to go to a swingers party.
He is so up to try fucking anything. And he wants to do
No
a
pun
little bit
intended.
more than what I'm kind of ready for. But I was like, this guy, he fucking took one for the team, guys. Like, he just
That's
drove me
awesome.
right onto my head. I was like, holy smokes. So anyway,
awesome.
I thought we broke it. We then kind of moved to the bed because we had no choice. I mean, we just had to find another spot.
Right. I mean, after something like that happens, you're kind of just like, you know what?
Right.
Start
And then the
over.
security guy came in, and I'm like, oh, I better fess up. So, I mean, like, he's security, but he services too, which is funny.
Ma'am, is there a problem in
Is
here?
there a problem? For real. But I was like, so he started to go back into that, and I was like, there's a problem, sir. Like, we broke the chair. And he's like, how? And I'm like, how? How? I said, well, the back, like, it's down.
And he was
goes,
probably like,
and
oh.
he fiddles, and he was like, popped it right. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yes.
I can't imagine what that would have costed.
Right.
Like,
It's
I
like
don't
an
know.
Well, I don't think
expensive
you would be
piece of
responsible for
equipment.
that anyway. You know what I mean? You can't. I
Right,
mean,
you would hope not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, I didn't try to break it, but yeah.
There are technical
that was-
difficulties, okay?
Technical difficulties. It was such
It's
a
in the
good night.
contract.
It was in the contract. So, but PW.
Hey,
it
you
was
paid
such
money.
a-
They must have insurance for that shit.
Right, no doubt. It was awesome. She has lockers for you to literally, and the locks, for fuck's sake, for you to lock your purse up.
Oh,
Or,
nice.
you know, if you've got a little something you don't need until later, just whatever. There's a masseuse. There's, you know, some snacks. There's literally, this house actually, she just moved from North Las Vegas to Henderson. This house that she's in right now, when I walked into it, I didn't know her, but I knew of her. And so I'd had conversations about her. I was kind of familiar with that one boyfriend. So I walk in and I'm like, this house looks like it was built for this. And she
did.
said the person that had the house prior, that's kind of what they did out of this house. Mirrors everywhere.
Wow.
Like a whole, like one of the living rooms or the dining room is all like a dance floor with all these mirrors. Like
Oh,
it
that's
just,
fun.
the whole fucking, there, you could see ass everywhere.
So yeah, people are just walking around naked and stuff. Like, I don't mean to
Some
sound
of them
dumb
were.
about it.
No,
I just,
some of them were. You literally did whatever you wanted.
Okay.
You did what you were comfortable with. You did it with whom you were comfortable with. You asked permission. There's condoms.
So everybody that went in there,
there's-
even if they went in as a couple, like there was no jealousy shit going on.
No, there
like-
was not.
Oh,
There was
that's
no
nice.
jealousy. So
Oh, good.
security guy has
Oh.
a girlfriend, and she was there, and there was no situation.
That's
I
awesome.
gave the security guard the best head. I'm not even kidding. I went out so hard. My throat hurts, and I lost my voice a little bit, but I'm recovered.
Was
It
that after he
good
came
of a
in and
night.
said, "Is there a problem in here?"
It was after. It was later in the
Let me
night.
fix
It
it.
was later in the night. So, I mean, like, he came to my rescue. How could I not?
Right.
I just...
And let you know you did nothing wrong.
Right.
It's like, no, you didn't.
Right.
Okay.
No doubt. So PW swings or something. Maria's going to pop up her phone number. You can text this phone number and right. And find all the cock you want is what you do. You text the phone number, let her know that you want to get her text, and then you'll get a text or two every week about, usually parties are like Wednesdays. This one was a Friday, which was unusual, and some Saturdays. And it was really just a comfortable place to be. So that was more intimate and personal than like the studio, the Green Door, which I've not been to, and the Red Rooster. And
Awesome.
it was a really good vibe. So that is my first review, and I don't think it could have come at a better time.
Right, and it was perfect.
I didn't
It was
even
awesome.
know.
Right.
So
Well, look, it's what it's going to take us into. What I love, one of the things I love most about this show is what us ladies bring separately.
Yeah.
You know, we're all have our own personalities, and Tab is going to have a little segment on here all about, it's called Tab's Cocktails. And she's going to tell us, you know, all about her cocktails.
My cock.
She's got lots of tails. She's going to tell us.
I have lots of tails. I love cock. God, this is
Well, it kind of all just brings the flowing together. We're
It
already
really
there. So let's
does.
just
We're
keep
so
flowing with the
already there.
cock-a-doodle-doos.
So in this segment, legit, I'm just gonna do a little bit of what I do on my Wednesday night show. Wednesday night show, I've got two hot chicks with Maria. We tape it out of Chancla's Cantina. They were on Desert Inn and Pecos, and now they are going to the Strip. They're going to be at the Thunderbird Hotel or Motel. I'm not even sure, honestly. I haven't been down there yet. I've rented a room there before because I've got a biker boyfriend, but I haven't been to the bar.
Right.
So they've now, Chancla's Cantina has purchased the bar there. Chancla's is turning into Gravy Train Saloon. I know the owner of that too. I know him,
That's awesome.
you know, and now he's an owner. So we're going to be going on the Strip. But what I do on this Wednesday night show is I just talk about my escapades. Just whatever, you know, cock related, uncock related, just as long as it's an adventure of some sort, we're pretty much in. So, I wish she wouldn't have left. She actually had a cute Maria, our producer, walked off.
She likes to sneak
but
out on
she's-
us sometimes.
Yeah.
I know. I think we caused her
Now
to
we know
smoke.
what Mama Mary feels like.
I think we caused her to smoke. That's all I'm
If you're
saying.
watching Mama Mary.
Yeah. Well.
I don't even know what that is, but
Oh.
I do have a story, and then I have a little bit of a tribute, actually. So was it the Wednesday that we talked? I think it was the Wednesday we talked and came up with this brilliant idea. I could be wrong, but that has to be it. Okay, so there's this guy. I collect boyfriends. If you know anything about me, you've seen my other show. I collect boyfriends.
Some people collect shot glasses.
Right. She might collect shot glasses. I also collect
Crystals,
bowls.
you know,
yeah,
crystals. People collect
So,
that. She
boyfriends.
collects
I
cocks.
collect boyfriends. Right.
Oh,
my daughter
sorry.
collects socks.
She collects boyfriends.
And if
Yeah, I
Maria
collect
was here,
cocks.
you'd hear the
That's-
rooster again.
Right. Yeah. If Maria was here, you'd hear the cocks. But I give them little hashtags, and so this one, I give them pet names because I like to let people follow my conquests. And so this gentleman is 6'5". He's 6'5".
Wow.
I love using their height. I have a 6'7", a 6'9", 6'5" now. A lot is like kind of
Wow.
That's
standard. And so is 6'1". 6'1's kind of standard too.
Huh.
But this is 6'5", so that's his code name. His little pet name. He's 6'5". I was supposed to meet him months back. He was coming up to Vegas for whatever. He was going to meet me, and we were going to hang out. So he's in the middle of a divorce, though. When I think of a man who's 6'5" and nearly 300 pounds, dark, handsome, all the things that I like, and he knows this, I'm thinking of like a really tough guy. He starts talking to me, crying darn near about something going on with this soon-to-be ex-wife. They're in the process. Things are heated. They've got court dates. She's trying to, have him leave before he's ready, blah, blah, blah. So he cried like a baby, kind of. And I was like confused. So I have never, I was really confused. Thank you. I had never experienced
Maria's
that.
back.
So I
We missed
kind
that.
of reverted to, well, I'm not really sure what that has to do with me, though. And I'm like, are we still spending time together?
Right.
And he's like, I'm an emotional wreck right now. And I thought that I'd get some, some
Emotional
sympathy. And I'm
support.
like,
When did I become that?
I was, and I don't know. I guess I just was in a different spot. And I wasn't expecting it coming from this gentleman.
Right. So you were
And
kind of
he's
shocked.
so we kind of got upset with each other because our approaches were different.
Oh.
And I wasn't understanding what he needed at the time, and he wasn't understanding what I needed at the time. So we did not end up seeing each other. But he, a couple days before, Wednesday, was like, I'm in town celebrating my birthday. Is there an open mic on Monday? So he contacted me on Monday, and I said, there is. And I shot him the information. I said, typically I go, I'll, probably pop in and say hi. So I did. I popped in. I was going to be there anyway. He didn't stay for too much longer. He had already performed, and I was running late. So he took off. And I was bummed. I'm like,
Right.
wow, that was teasy.
Got in
that
and
was,
out.
I was like,
Like
okay,
a
I
girl.
see you. He pulled something that.
not nice.
He pulled what I did last night to the boys.
Yeah.
He pulled what I
He
did.
sashayed right away from
He
your ass.
was
He was sashaying.
he was slick with it too,
Yeah.
because he knew.
Say that 3 times.
So the
fast.
next day is his birthday. And I was like, you should take me to dinner for your birthday and we can spend time together. In my mind, I just gave away the vajayjay, okay? I'm like, he understands what this means. And he was like, why am I buying dinner on my birthday? And I'm like, oh, for the love of God. Only because I'm not working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Only because my income is not capable. So that was then the excuse to be put off again.
Oh.
He did not take me to dinner. And I'm like, wow. So here's what I do. And he totally knew this. When somebody tells me no in any uncertain terms or certain terms, I'm like, no, that sounds like a fucking challenge all of a sudden. So I'm challenged, and I'm extremely challenged, and I'm like, this man. So then I'm talking to him on Wednesday morning, and I'm like, well, when are you going home? And he's like, tomorrow morning. And I'm like, oh, fantastic. And I said, I'll be doing this comedy thing this evening. You're welcome to join me, or I can meet you after. And he's like, well, maybe after, if you've got time. And I'm thinking, man, that's going to be midnight or so. And I'm like, I hope that it works out, that he's not sleeping or something hasn't changed. So then he was like, you can't meet me at another time. And my day was packed. And I'm like, I can't actually. And he's like, okay.
Did he
and
start
then
crying?
No,
Okay.
he didn't. He was so fucking strong at this point. It pissed me off. So then he was like, all right. But then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, you know what? I just rearranged my life. And I can be there in like less than 2 hours. And he was like, nice, legit. I rearranged the whole thing. So instead of my escapade being Wednesday night, after, during, on, comedy, whatever, it became before comedy and before, exactly. Was that black cock? All the cocks? Can I get black cock? We're going to specify black cock on this one, okay?
Oh.
This guy, so, we need black cock for this guy. But, there you go. Did you feel that little crow or whatever? That was a little different than the others. So I go, and
Even if you have to wait for it
right.
sometimes.
I always like to look like a lady when I go out.
Crows.
I know.
The crows all cock, or the cocks all crow different.
The cocks all they totally
do.
crow different. They totally crow different. I go to the hotel. He was like, okay, you're gonna actually get there then before I am now, and I'll be a couple minutes behind you. I said that'll be perfect. I'm walking up and I'm like, I was in my red dress. Everybody's seen my red dress and my black dress a million times because they're my favorites. But I'm in my red dress and my heels. And I'm like, fuck, I look too sexy to just be hanging out inside a hotel. I'm going to look like a fucking hooker. And I am not getting paid. So I'm not going to take it if I'm not getting paid. You know, so I sat outside on a bench in the sun and was talking to my girlfriend. Picked up a dude, mind you, because I'm telling my girlfriend, I said, well, I'm just waiting for my friend to show up and I'm outside. I told her why I wasn't inside because I didn't want to be a hooker because I wasn't getting paid.
Screw them people.
Right. And I said, but I look like a fucking snack, Angie. And this guy was walking by and he said, you really do look like a snack. And I'm all, Angie, I gotta go. I gotta go.
I knew it.
And I'm like, hey, come back. And so he came back. We exchanged information. We're going to go on a date. But
Is he local?
he is local.
Oh, wow.
And he's a plumber, so he has a job.
And an ass crack.
And an ass crack. Dude, I'm already up it. I'm like, I
tall is
feel
he?
like I'm, huh?
How tall is this?
I don't know yet. But more
Well,
similar
were you standing
to
up
my height.
or were you still sitting down?
No, I was sitting on the bench.
Oh.
I didn't stand up. I was just sitting on the bench
You
because
stand
I
up and
like
he's only
to.
5'11".
He probably is.
Oh.
He probably is. I like to have my legs showing, and it's easier for him to see him if he's sitting right here, and so it worked. So we
all
go
that matters.
up to the room. Okay, we looked so good together. I'm not even gonna lie.
Did you get a picture?
No, because evidence.
Oh, right.
Because he's still, they're not finalized.
Oh.
And, he's just exploring life. So we're going up to the room and there's security. And now nobody wants to let anybody go anywhere. So they're like, room key, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
yeah. You got to show it on your way up.
Right, you got to show it on your
Show.
way up. And I'm looking at the security guard who's totally hot.
Right.
And I'm just like, wow, you could be next.
Ah.
I didn't say it, though. I didn't say it. I was a lady about it. I just grinned, okay?
Right. You probably
I said it
smiled
with
and
your
I think
eyes.
you smiled and winked.
She said it.
I smiled
She said it
extra.
without saying it.
I did. I smiled extra. So he shows the key, but I'm sitting there back to that hooker thing. I'm like, I wonder if I look like a hooker though. That'd be so hot, but like I'm not getting paid. So we go up to the room, and he's like a total black man. He's got the big boom box. He's got the music. He's got a tub full of alcohol. He's got the smoke that I asked for. And he's all well organized. The scene is set, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God, I hit the jackpot. But I'm also like, this fucker is feisty. Okay, so I have to watch myself. We're sitting on the sofas talking. And he said, do you know why you're here?
Did you hear my stomach? I think my whole stomach just dropped. I was like,
I know.
I felt like I was being interrogated.
I said, I think so. And he says, I don't think you really like totally understand. And I'm like, tell me, please. And he said, this is about to be the most amazing fucking revenge sex you have ever had. And I'm like, huh? Revenge sex? And he's like, you had me fucked up when I saw you last, pretty much is what he said. He's like,
so he got kind of pissy.
But in a totally sexy way.
Right,
Yes,
not
but no.
pissy, but like, you got him thinking. Yes. Yeah.
He was thinking, I didn't think he was this smart. Not even gonna lie. I did not think 6'5".
She's killing me.
This guy's gonna watch this. He's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck her.
He won't watch it. I should tell him to, though.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm open and honest. Okay. So I didn't think he was this smart, but he said, I am more accustomed to women being sensitive during those times. He says, but I wonder if it's a white thing for you. He says, because all the sisters understand. I said, it might be a white thing because I didn't get it. But he said...
Your mind was on other things.
My mind was on other things. And that's what he reverted to. He was like, you were just da-da-da-da-da on... And I was like, I was so on it. And he's like, well, here's the thing, though. You don't realize what you were missing. And I'm like, oh, sir, you don't realize what you were missing. He says, no, I do. And I'm like, okay. He's like, that's why I'm here. He's like, I'm just going to do the daylights out of you, and then you're going to get to miss it. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting on the sofa, and all of a sudden this man, and then when he stands up, it's one thing even being in heels like this and him being so huge, but he stands up and I'm like in heaven, gave the best head of my life. And then it was the most amazing time. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So then I'm like leaving and both of our minds are blown. And he's pretty much like, you've met your match. And I'm like, you've met your match. And he's like, we have. And he was like, I'm walking out the door. He's like, do you need gas money? Oh, yeah. And I turn around and go back. And he hands me $200 and then I leave. And I'm like, okay,
You're a hooker.
Thanks.
I was like, so listen. That was for gas. So I could come back.
Yeah.
No, I'm teasing. No, yeah,
So she could come and come back.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
so come and come back.
It's his gratitude for the mind that was just blown.
Right. It was so funny though.
Left him reeling.
When I'm walking out, I had to adjust myself, but I wasn't in a, like, I just was so scatterbrained. I didn't even really adjust myself before I left. I just was like, yep, I've got clothes. So
Yeah.
When you said you met your match, I would have said, don't you forget it, and walked away.
Right, don't you forget it, and walked away. I go by the security guard, and I'm looking different because my makeup has to be touched up, and my hair is doing funny things. It was awesome.
So that's why you felt that's why you felt that way anyway when you walked in, because you had to walk back by that motherfucker.
I knew I was gonna have to. I knew it. That's why I was like, oh my God, I wonder if I look like a hooker. I love the
We
walk
need
of
the button.
shame. Right.
Shame.
Can I get some black cock? She's like, no. You can have all the cocks. No doubt. It was so, I don't know.
Now that she's found it.
You guys probably don't feel it's like I can't stop. I love that. I feel accomplished when I fucking leave a place. I almost said a job.
Well, yeah, bitch, especially when you're sashaying out with your heels over your shoulder and $200 fucking bucks in your pocket, I would too.
I was like, oh my God. So anyway, I just grinned at that guy. I just grinned. And I so much wanted to talk to him, but I'm like, this doesn't look good.
But it was so good.
I left, and then I got to the bar, and I like fixed things and fluffed things. So I had my escapade beforehand, but he is literally like, you've met your match. And I'm like, when are you coming back? It's already been a week. I don't understand what's happening here.
Just ignore him for a couple days, and he'll be right back. I promise. Obviously,
I know.
It's
Well,
one of those.
I did.
Yeah.
It's my turn to ignore right now. Yeah. So anyway, that's
Keep sashaying your ass away.
That is a little bit about, what Tab's Cocktails is. We're actually going to take a break, though, but when we come back, I'm going to do a little bit of a tribute, and then we're going to have another segment.
Yep, we're going to hear from Desi Lou.
Desi, we're going to do Desi after my tribute?
We're going to do Desi. Now I'm scared to say yes.
Desi. Nice. So we'll be back in just a second.
Getting your business started, or if you're struggling with your business, trying to get those customers, trying to communicate what you do, you've always got to come back to the first one is your overall business strategy. And like we said, that starts with defining why you started your business, who you're doing it for, and how you help them. We help people with the nuts and bolts pieces of their business, turn your dream, your spark of an idea into reality.
Hello, my name is Brian Gardner. I'm very excited to share with you that I will be hosting my own TV show titled We Have the Power. I hope you will join me for a discussion regarding some of the most pressing problems facing all of us today, and some new solutions to these problems. I will be covering ways to make our politicians more responsive to us, an investigative and critical look into the Federal Reserve. What I have found are the false claims regarding environmental issues, segments regarding prisoners, psychiatry, students, alcohol and drugs, morals and ethics, international human rights, the traditional family, social programs, responsibility, nutrition, ways to heal this country, and what you can do to take responsibility for improving this country and this world. I will have guests on my show who are knowledgeable in these areas, who are newsmakers for what they have done to help improve this world, or who are taking effective actions against those trying to limit or to destroy our freedoms and liberties. My desire is to educate, motivate, activate, bring to a need for change and a demand for improvement in you, so that we see real-world results in preserving freedom and liberty in this country and in this world for all people. I welcome you to join me in this vital effort. Please remember the power we mutually possess and the name of my TV show, We Have the Power. Thank you. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host, Tabitha Beeson, Desi Ray, and Shell Ray.
Welcome back, guys.
Yay! Did she give us the go? I totally missed the cue.
Yeah.
The cutest?
She's got her thumb
Yeah.
like
I trust
that.
you guys. I trust you. I mean,
Ah.
oh.
See, we
learned
told you you'd have to work
something
out
new.
some kinks with
Oh
us.
my
We
God,
really
that's so
appreciate
awesome.
you.
When the guy
Tab
claps,
likes
then we
kinky.
know.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I don't
She
mind
likes
some
kinky.
kinks.
They're clapping
every
to
now
bring
and
us
then.
back.
They're clapping to bring, because, we have a studio audience. I mean,
We're
know.
fancy. We're bougie already.
Oh, yeah, studio audience. Because we have millions of viewers.
Right.
Close to billions, but not yet.
Almost there.
Because we
We'll
have
get
to
there.
build.
Don't forget to share, okay? Share this video.
I like to share, actually. Sharing is caring. They said
Sharing
that at
is
the
caring.
party, too. They did say at the party, sharing is caring.
Yep.
Nice. So, guys, I totally have a tribute today. I have 5 children. My oldest daughter, her name is Kyle. She's actually named after my brother that was killed while I was pregnant. And she loves her name. She is so a Kyle. She's ornery. She's strong. She's kind of like take the bull by the horn.
And she's super
Yes.
cool.
She's got the endurance to put up with me.
Yeah.
All of this
And her
stuff.
friends.
Her
Well, she was
friends.
raised by a strong mama.
She was. I mean, kind of crazy too, but strong. But
Yeah.
no doubt, she is so sane. It boggles my mind how sane this child is. But she actually turns 29 today.
Oh, wow.
Happy
So-
birthday,
Happy birthday,
I know.
Kyle.
At either 527 or 529. I really feel like
Too bad
it's
it wasn't 420.
529. I know. Anyway, she was born this morning. She was late. I was in active labor from Saturday night until fucking Monday morning.
Whoa.
That was not nice. And it was a home birth.
Glad you were with
I was
it,
in
Kyle.
active labor for 12 hours and thought I was going to die. I mean, I was literally ripping shit off my arm to get out of the
I
hospital.
actually didn't feel that way. Right. I was like, it was a home birth. It was all natural. And it was my first one. I was scared to let her pass the woo-wah.
Right.
I had her pushed to a certain spot, and I'm like, oh, but the
No.
rest is going to hurt.
Right.
And that was really my hang up. So I can't believe I just said that, though, because now it just dawned
Well,
on
I
me.
mean, it
That
kind of
was
goes with your
probably
theme for the day.
my fault.
What?
I just was, because I was afraid to let it go. Remember, I
Oh,
take time.
stop. Yeah.
I take time to think things through. I was
Sometimes
pausing.
That's not a good time to think
Right.
things through,
So I
literally.
I drug it on. Maybe it wasn't her, but she is always kind of late. So
So happy birthday, Kyle.
So Kyle, there's a lot of special things about Kyle, though. For one, she endures me. We are so opposite. This child is so perfect for me, and we're so opposite. And she, like I said, can manage me, endure me, has respect for me, and is just such a great girl. But I want to say 4.5 years ago now, I started to have some serious medical problems. And we found that I have a chronic illness that mimics brain cancer. So I don't have brain cancer, but oftentimes when things are bad, that's what they continually go back and check for, just to make sure it's not popped up. Because that would kind of be my luck.
Don't
So-
say that.
Say that.
That's I knew I was gonna get it. So, but I'm definitely grateful not to have it, but I do endure the symptoms of somebody that does. So my memory is squishy. I can't remember life to save my own life. I can't. When I tell you guys about my cocktails, I have to be like, what I do this week, and I have to try to actively remember.
Right.
I'm like, I know there's a story or two, because in my mind I'll be like, there's 3
Always.
stories this week.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, but where was I? What would they, and then something will jog my memory. So it's kind of bad. I can be driving and then all of a sudden not know who I am or where I'm at.
That's
So
scary.
when I go
Yeah.
anywhere, I always put on navigation, and I just know that if I become confused in the car, I look to make sure my navigation is on, and then I just know that obviously I had a plan and I knew where I was going at the time, so just continue to follow that. And then usually, within a couple miles or a couple minutes, I'm like, I'm back.
So
I know
glad
what
I'm
I'm
almost
doing.
there.
Yes, and then I'll be whatever. So my daughter, she tracks every move I make. My phone is hooked
would
up
too.
to,
Right.
she gets automatic notifications every half an hour to an hour, depending on the time of day.
That's probably a
and
good thing.
That's
That
like
what
all
you're
through
going
the night
through,
and all the
right.
stuff. And she wakes up and checks it. She checks it. Well, just so anyway, she says she's obsessed with checking it, and I love her for that. But there have been times where I've been somewhere and I've barely gotten a phone call to her to say I'm having an episode, because at any point I can just, my body just shuts down. It's like I just fall asleep. Like I'm just shut down. That's it. And I cannot function. I can't do anything about it. We're almost thinking that I've got narcolepsy too. So we're having
that would
to
make
figure
sense.
some of that out. But it's serious. My daughter had lived with me up until then. And then I, in essence, just began living with her because she took over managing the finances of the house, because it took me away from work. It did all kinds of crazy things. And this child has been
Your
my
backbone.
saving grace.
Aw.
She's been, and she's so
And she's
generous.
awesome.
She is. And Maria's going to run a little bit of a slideshow of a couple pictures of us. She has a daughter. She's 10, my grandbaby, Chanel. And Chanel calls me mom because, like I said, Kyle Ann and I have always been together. And so Chanel was in a house growing up with, you know, all of my kids, and is like, everybody calls you mom, so that's why I'm mom. Because it didn't make any difference. We didn't want to separate her out.
I thought
like,
you just
no,
didn't
this
want to
is
be
your
a grandma.
No,
Like, I
no,
thought
not
you just
at
didn't
all.
want to be like
I
called that. Like, oh, okay.
Jesus, I love being a grandma.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
being
It's
a
the
mom.
most.
Me
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's, you know, grew up in that, and then her mom is called Kiwi because
Right.
her brother Bailey nicknamed her that when he was
Aw.
little, and so she's always been Kiwi. So Kiwi turns 29 today, and whenever she turns me. So we are almost 20 years apart. It's 3 months until my birthday. So the fact that she turned 29 today means that I turned 40, or I'm sorry, she turned 29 and I turned 49.
Awesome.
And I'm like, ugh, I get extra time on my age, it feels like. So I don't know. My baby is absolutely wonderful. That's, you know, her and my granddaughter Chanel. And I don't know. I just love that kid so hard. But here's the thing that I love about her. When this all started to happen, we were worried about my mood because my mood can get low at times. For as happy as I am, it's weird to have an uncontrollable thing where you kind of can't pull out sometimes. And she was like, how are we going to keep you alive? Like literally, how are we going to keep you alive? What's going to keep you interested, you know, in life and progressing and whatnot? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm really kind of liking the comedy scene. Maybe I'll just go to extra shows and
Sure.
whatnot. And she's like, you better fucking do it then. Because, you know, she's just like, whatever
Good
it
for
is.
you,
Right.
I do all the chores around the house and the cooking and whatever because I love that. I'm like the best fucking housewife. I love that. I love laundry. My cupboards
bring
and
mine
my
over.
drawers are perfect. And,
Right.
well, not perfect because I can't afford that. But and so I do that. Kyle works, and she literally tries her best to make sure I have what I need so that I have gas to go bullshit and do what makes my heart happy and
That's
will keep
awesome.
me the most healthy
That is awesome.
during trying to get it navigated. So she's the most non-judgmental person. If she
awesome.
just thinks something is off, she just, you know, kind of chefs it, you know, just moves over here and doesn't bother with it or whatever. But she's so giving and so thoughtful.
Right.
And I love
Happy
her. And I wanted to say
birthday.
happy birthday to
Yeah.
Kyle.
Happy birthday, Kyle.
No
Sounds
doubt.
like you're amazing.
She is amazing. She is. You've not
I
met
can't
her
wait
yet?
to meet you.
Oh, okay. She's so quiet. You'll be like, okay. Does she talk? She talks to you. She
Yeah.
loves you.
Yeah, we
She
talked
was
for a
like,
while.
she's real quick to pick up on if someone is a good person or not. Me, I can be bullshitted. I really can.
Yeah.
And I
Still
don't
can.
know. I try to be cognizant of that.
Yep.
But I'm also so generous with my love that I think that people are amazing just out the gate. So if you're not, she will feel it. Whereas I don't pick up on it because I'm like, you're amazing.
Right.
And so, but she'll be like, not that she's like, this person totally sucks, but she just knows it's not
Energy.
her thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Pick up on energy. That's a thing.
So I don't know.
People
So she
realize
loves
that.
you, and I can imagine she'll love you too.
Awesome.
She,
I can't wait to meet her.
there was somebody that she didn't care for, and I thought maybe you guys No, okay, it wasn't with you, but yeah, she always.
Well, good thing.
I know. Afterward, well, I mean, I thought it may be somebody you guys know.
Oh.
But I'm thinking maybe I'm not remembering that correctly. But later on, I'll be like, oh, that was. I don't really know about that person anymore. That's a little off. She's like, I know. And I'm like, oh, geez. So, you know, but
Does she ever be like, I
Just
tried to
listen
tell you,
to her
Mom?
at the beginning.
Right. Well, she doesn't offer her opinion though.
Right.
If
Well,
I
that's
ask,
good.
she
Yeah.
will, but she doesn't. She literally lets me navigate life. She's the perfect parent to me.
That's
she
awesome.
lets me navigate life and then
Figure it
she'll
out
just
on
She'll
be
your
learn
like-
on her own. Yeah.
She does. She knows I go through phases and I learn through them. For sure.
And we all do. That's
We all
you
do.
know.
Yeah, she's a way better parent to me than I was to her, I feel. Because she's more mature about it than me.
Well, we're also a lot harder on ourselves then.
And she did say she wouldn't dare give me the time of day if I hadn't been good to her.
See,
So
there you go.
we're totally cool.
Yeah.
What's our
She's
next?
that awesome for a reason.
No doubt. No doubt. So Desi has that was so perfect. I needed that so hard. Desi, I've loved every ounce of you since we've met.
Geez,
I mean, most of the ounces, okay? No, I'm teasing. I love that you're just on a path of self-discovery and mindfulness and, all kind of like the yummy stuff that we know is out there, but we don't always put as much effort into as we
Right.
probably should. I could be so much more popular somehow if,
I don't know if you need that.
I know, right? I don't know if you need that.
You would not have time.
But-
Scheduling book.
I know,
Write it
right?
down. I need my cock button. How many more?
How
Can
many
you
more?
handle?
How many more can? Well,
How much
I don't
power
know.
more?
After that party, no, I'm teasing. Well, okay, yeah. So, tell me the name of your thing real quick, because I can't remember. Hold on. She's cocking around over there. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I can't
Better
find
you
it.
with Desi Lou.
Better you with Desi Lou.
I'm
That's
Desi Lou.
right. Oh my God, I love your face. So tell us about what you're going to be talking about and what we can expect from you.
Okay. Well, like you said, I'm Desi Lou, and self-development is my jam. And I'm really honored to be here, able to speak into your lives every Tuesday and Friday morning just for a few moments. Along the way, you will learn about my story and some of the struggles I've been through, some of the things I've overcome. You'll learn about my new company called Ariel. It's health and wellness and how that played into a lot of my healing. But after 30 years of depression and anxiety, I found a path, and I think I can help other people.
I
to find
know
that
you
path,
can.
And if you'll permit me,
Right.
I will do my best to make you believe how wonderful you are.
You
But
guys
for
didn't tell me I
today-
had mascara under my
I didn't
eye.
see it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
it
wow,
looks
that
like a-
Now
really
you're making me
happened.
think I do.
I know. Okay, go ahead.
Somebody needs a mirror.
I know, right? Maybe I shouldn't have looked in the mirror. I'm so excited for you today, though. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh,
please.
it's okay.
It's your
Today,
turn for real.
I was just planning to read from Earl Nightingale's The Magic Word. I will post that the link to the video in the comments. It's really awesome. So if you have a couple minutes, I would give that a listen.
Nice.
This is 12 points to keep in mind concerning attitude. Okay, numero uno. It is our attitude at the beginning of a task which, more than anything else, will affect its successful outcome. Number two, it is our attitude towards life which determines life's attitude towards us. To me, that's a biggie. So
Huge.
I'm going to say it again. It is our attitude towards life which determines life's attitude towards us. Let it sink in. Number three, we are interdependent. It is impossible to succeed without others. And it is our attitude about others that determines their attitude about us.
That's funny because I didn't
So-
know what that word meant, and then you told us I'm all interdependent. I never even
I'm
heard
also
that.
a learning segment, in case you know.
Right, for real.
What do you call it with the words? Never mind.
All right, maybe not too much of a
Yeah, okay, never mind. I draw that back. Anyway, number four, before a person can achieve the life that he wants, he must actually become that kind of individual. So you want to
Oh.
think, act, talk, walk, conduct yourself in all of your affairs as though you're that person. So if you give some thought to who you'd like to be, the way you'd like to dress, how you like to be perceived when you walk into a room full
That's
of
how I'm the
confidence.
shit, for real.
Yeah, you just become that person and and it'll flow.
And it'll flow.
And you can't like hang around people you don't, want to be like, or, that don't have any goals and ambitions, because you're going to end up being like that. You have to hang around and be like the people where you want to be, or it's.
Exactly. Or negativity and all that. You need to get it out of your space.
Yeah.
5. The higher you go in any organization of value, the better will be the attitude you find, which kind of shocked me. I think I had a bad money and people with money attitude for so long that I was like, oh, they're going to be dicks up there.
Right.
But, I mean, there will be. That's not what I mean. But anatomically, but, so that's interesting. And I've had a lot of people say that they find that to be true. So, Number 6, your mind can only hold one thought at a time. And there's nothing at all to be gained by being negative, so you might as well be positive.
That's true.
Number 7, the deepest craving of human beings is to be needed, to feel important, to feel appreciated.
Right.
And if you give that to people, they will return it to you. Hands down, every time.
But if you don't give it to yourself first, you can't put it to other people.
That's true. I agree with that.
That's true.
That's valid. Number 8, look for the best in new ideas. As someone once said, I have never met a person that I couldn't learn something from.
Absolutely.
So,
yes.
give everybody a
That's
lesson.
a problem. Like,
That's so
ego is
true.
such a huge thing anymore. Everybody is just so quick to compare themselves to people. And instead of worrying about themselves, like, that bitch don't pay your paycheck. Why are you worried about what she thinks about you? Worry about yourself.
Yeah.
And there's so much about other stuff going on. You nailed it. Yeah.
Right.
I found that when my focus wasn't on so much what other people were. Oh, I just lost my thought. This is so my life.
It's okay. It'll come back to you.
No doubt. It probably will come
We haven't even had the champagne or anything.
I know, right?
No.
I know, right? No, go ahead. Proceed. It might pop back up.
Yes, just embellish when it does.
Right.
Let's see. Number 9, and this is a biggie. Do not waste valuable time broadcasting your personal problems. It is probably not going to help you, and it definitely cannot help anyone else.
No one wants to hear it, really.
What he says, don't waste valuable time, meaning your own, by spitting it out there. I'm also asking you not to waste all of our valuable time.
Oh my gosh, right. She's
whining about, it just doesn't help anyone, and it gets you in a mental place that is just not going to be good for your ultimate outcome.
And what you think about, you bring about. So when you're talking about how bad your day is, you're going to bring that back to you. Right. So just, if you stub your toe and are having a shitty morning, let it go, restart, recalibrate, redo it.
Yeah, that was
otherwise the rest of your day is going to roll.
There. Yeah, because that was worth cock right there, because you're so right. So, and I think that some people, it seems like when they are discussing something, I think when it comes to the big things, those need to be discussed. But the little things like the stubbing the toe, we're all just going to cuss.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then, you just go through being tender for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day is going to be so much better than this.
You can say
fuck. I say fuck when I stub my toe.
Yeah.
But you got to get over it.
Yeah, then rein it back in. And
don't go in and grab your toothpaste and, oh, God.
And then the toothpaste goes everywhere. And on your new outfit for work. And then it just goes downhill.
Then you're going to spill your coffee. Then you're going to rear end somebody on the way to work. Just stop.
Just stop.
Breathe.
Mm-hmm. I'm so good at not letting things compound like that for the most part.
Right. It's highly important.
But on Sunday, it was such a weird day. There were so many things going wrong that it took my thought. I was like, why?
Abraham
is today
Hicks would say, go take
so
a nap.
you were probably just manifesting that, though.
I was like, this is
and
retarded.
Take a nap and take a nap and start over.
Silly little things like what you're. I was like, oh, for goodness sakes.
Yeah,
I feel you.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, okay. Number 10 is don't talk about your health unless it's good.
Oh.
Number 11, you should radiate the attitude of well-being, of confidence. You know, the way you walk in a room, even if you're not feeling it, radiate it. Put it out there anyway. You'll inspire the people around you, and you'll start to notice good things begin to happen to you.
That's, I think, was
especially if you grab hold of it every day and make sure you live like that all the time.
Was part of the thought that I lost. Was that, like, when I go to a place, regardless of how I necessarily feel or how tired I am or what I'm working through at the time, I know that I'm there for a purpose, and I feel so good about what I'm working on or what I'm doing or whatever, that I walk into a room and almost command attention.
Right.
And not in an
you have
obnoxious way, but the aura around it is just positive. And I love talking to people.
Right.
And when you're talking about opportunities and you're manifesting, things into your future, whatever, I love building relationships.
Yes.
I love
Networking is
knowing
key and
people.
fun. Yeah.
And so I have way more opportunities out there right now than what I'm prepared for.
You have people
know what
talking
I
about
mean?
you in rooms you have no idea about yet because you've been thinking about that and putting it out there. You want to be
Exactly.
here so you don't even know it yet, but this energy, you've already put it out there. So you have people talking about you in rooms you don't even know yet.
And I can't wait to fill those
Talking
positions,
good about you.
quite honestly. But yeah, that so is legit. And people just find you can be a gorgeous girl, but walk into a room and just not make people feel good and not be comfortable to be around.
Well, it's the way you carry yourself. You're either going to carry yourself, and I mean, we all know it. We've seen it. There's girls that walk with their head down, and it's just, and and it's sad to watch, and that's why
certain things get
Yeah, I've been
introduced,
more
and
shy before.
I
and
end
it's
up
sad
this
to watch. I
person.
mean, you have to literally go through. It's a process.
Yeah.
You have to grow into
it's
yourself.
hard to
You
make
have
it a
to
habit.
grow.
Everybody just doesn't become a fucking butterfly.
Yeah.
You have to go in that cocoon and
took
live your time there
work.
first.
It took work.
Right.
People are like, I live vicariously through you. And I'm like, you know what? Take a piece of me that you can handle.
Yep.
And just go do a little bit of
Yep.
it and then progress to a little bit more. I'm like, don't live through me, but, learn to kind of live
One
through
of the
yourself.
best things I've learned in my growth journey is that life starts right on the other side of your comfort zone.
Right.
And that's the scary part.
The
And
more you do
that's-
stuff like this that scares you, the
Yeah.
more you butterfly.
The more you grow.
Yeah.
We're thinking about
And I love
zip
it.
lining. You in?
I am. That's something I want to do, but it is so freaking scary to
Well,
me
right.
that I
Then
could,
we need to do it,
I
and it
could pee
scares
my
me too.
panties right now just thinking about it. But it's
We
on
should
my
have
list
we'll get
of.
So
Maria to
maybe we should do
videotape us
a
Superman
show going.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
And we'll start off at the at Fremont Street and do the one under the Strip instead of Rio where it's the highest one in Vegas. We'll start off.
We'll just
Yeah,
do the
'cause
low
I'm-
ones where Maria
right.
can be under us,
Yeah.
watching us fly by.
watching us fly by.
Taping it for the show so we can prove that we know how to get out of our little box.
Get out of our box.
And I got to number
Perfect.
11. Number 12 is also to me kind of a goal perhaps for the month of March. It is for the next 30 days, treat every single person you come into contact with like they're the most important person on earth. I know
Aw.
sometimes we're pressed for time and stuff like that, so that's hard to do. Maria's shaking her head no, which is cracking me up. But he maintains that if you do this for 30 days, you'll do it for the rest of your life.
Oh my
So-
God.
It's
what
forming a
yummy
habit.
Right.
I-
Yummy habit. Make everybody just feel great around you all the time.
I do that to a degree, but actually when you said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I do that. But if I acknowledge it with those words that you just used,
Right.
it adds a little bit more oomph to what I do.
Right.
And I'm like, yes,
It makes it
that's
a thing, and now you'll be
exactly-
even more pointed in doing
Yes, but no, I purposefully treat people like that.
it. Yes,
we
you should
know
treat
Maria.
yourself.
Maria's the most important
Yes.
person to herself, and
Yes.
that's how she's.
Well,
gonna
we all
keep it.
honestly should be
Right.
that. But then after that,
She's like, I don't have time.
We should
I'm
give her
busy."
permission to speak up when she's got these enlightening tidbits of
No
information.
doubt. No doubt.
I should have a mic here.
yeah.
Right, a microphone back there for sure. For sure.
I don't know what you were doing over there. Sounded like it was in Tab's cocktails, but
Right.
she's missing it.
I love us.
So you don't know what goes on behind the
Oh
camera.
my
here.
gosh, you guys
Right.
don't. I'm a bad influence in such a yummy way. That's just I love us.
I think we all are a little bad influence, though.
Yeah, but that's good. Together, we're a gem.
Together we are a
Beyond-
gem.
yeah.
We all have our
Yes.
specialties for sure.
And
For
so
sure.
I will just say how you can find me if you'd be interested in mindset things or the new products. We'll talk about that at another time. But I am Desi Lou on Facebook, Desi Lou _promos on Instagram.
Spell Desi Lou
Oh,
out
good
because
idea.
couldn't
I
never
know,
remember if it was an S or a
that's-
Z at first, and
It's
you know.
a Z. It's DEZI. And then on Facebook, my second name is Lou, LOU. So there you go. You can
That's
reach
such
me
a cute
there.
name.
And remember, you are awesome, and everything always works out for you.
It does, though.
I don't know if we're going to a commercial break now. Okay.
We're moving
We're
on to the
not.
next
So we're going
thing.
to move on to the next segment, which is my beautiful sister-in-law, who is very smart on all things cannabis culture and a million other things. This
Cannabis
is-
culture.
This is the Green Queen.
the
Show
Green
Ray.
Queen. No
Hey
doubt.
guys.
Hello.
So I've had my own little journey as well. A lot of people don't know this about me, and we don't, especially new people that I've met, we don't talk about it very often, but my husband and I closed down a dog training business with 3 locations and left everything behind and moved across the country to pursue our dreams. We made what we call a quantum leap.
Yeah.
Talk about getting out of your box.
Yeah, talk about getting out of your comfort zone. And we've been literally on personal growth, personal development, actually, like, with Des for over a year and a half now. And it's just completely changed our lives. I've gotten really big into, everybody loves smoking weed, right? I've loved weed. I love smoking weed forever.
I have
It's
no
a thing.
complaints.
I've always smoked it, to have fun. I didn't know it until about 5 years ago, how awesome it is for your health. So I started diving into this knowledge, just, I guess people don't understand that we all have this little system in our body. I know Maria's going to put it up on the thing. I'm just going to kind of show you. We all have an endocannabinoid system. It's called your ECS. And what that does is then, in turn, it has multiple receptors all over our body. I mean, when I say multiple, I mean thousands. Hundreds of thousands of receptors all over our body. Brain, immune system, everything. So you guys wouldn't know it from looking at me now, but I used to be over 250 pounds, trips back and forth to the doctor, sick, hair falling out, tired, mood swings, so anemic that I didn't want, I had to get a couple blood transfusions. It's just, when you stick into the mainstream and what they tell you, you go with things. And finally, I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm like, there's got to be a better fucking way. And for me, my turning point was when the doctor looked at me and told me that I was just always going to be the big girl from now on. And that he didn't think that there was anything they can do. So I left that doctor's office in tears and made a vow to myself that I was going to change. I didn't do it, actually, because, we all get in those ruts.
Right.
So it was like years. I packed on the pounds.
It's easy
and
to believe stuff.
you
like
have
that.
excuses now.
Right.
You have a thyroid condition. You have this. There's a reason I'm tired. I can't go do this. I can work out but can't lose weight because of my thyroid. So why would I work out?
Right.
So you just continue to pack on the pounds. It wasn't until I seen a picture of my dad and myself at his dying bedside. And I was laying back and I remember I'm like, who is that girl?
Right.
And somebody's like, that's you. And I was like, what? So that was literally the turning point in my life where I started diving
really
into
saw
seeing
it.
what could help me.
Right.
And that's where I found marijuana, CBD, the hemp plant, and started smoking marijuana a lot more. And I started dropping weight like you guys wouldn't believe. And I started working out. I didn't,
Right.
I started working out, eating right, trying to
You
do all the
worked
things
hard.
together.
Yeah, it wasn't-
I started doing P90X at 250 plus. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but P90X
It's
is
serious.
a grueling
Yeah.
workout, okay?
Right.
I was literally stopping, vomiting, muscle
Yeah.
failure. It wasn't easy. And that's another thing. You could also throw those excuses into it. Well, I'm just too
Right.
big. I can't work out. I
Right.
need to do something else. Or,
That's
so you
impossible
can either
with
find
this weight.
excuses your whole life or you can find ways to change yourself. So I lost 70 pounds in 6 months doing that. But guess what happened? I got pregnant.
Oh,
And my daughter was 19 years old. Our daughter was 19 years old. And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I want that to happen.
So I was like, well, I went to the doctor because I'm freaking out. I had a tubal pregnancy where I almost died. I had 3
Yeah.
miscarriages. So I'm like, what's going on? Well, I found supplements. I'm smoking. My thyroid's working properly.
Nice.
So I get pregnant.
Right.
So I go to the doctor, though, thinking that I have to figure out, because now I have to do everything I can to protect this fetus that's growing inside of me. So I go and the doctor's like, you get off your supplements that you're taking and you have to quit smoking and you have to. And I'm like, okay. So I did. And I had a miscarriage at 18 weeks. And that doesn't happen. After you get past 11 and 12, the percent of miscarriages up until I think 15 to 21 weeks is like 3%. So I know what caused my
too.
miscarriage.
Yeah.
So, after that, you kind of dive into I went into a depression. My dad had just died. I was pregnant. It was a lot of emotion.
Right.
Oh, and then our daughter turned 18. So she called and said she was spending the night at her boyfriend's and moved out of the house. And I'm like, well, she said she was spending the night at her boyfriend's. And I'm like, Megan, you know the rules. I know you're
Yeah.
18 now, but
she never
I'm
came
like,
back.
well, if you want to be a big girl now, come bring the Durango home, your cell phone, and you can go be a big girl then. Well, my strong. She came home the next morning, and
She
that
called
chick
that
dropped off
bluff.
her cell phone. She dropped off the Durango.
Megan, you
and
might be watching. We
yes,
know you called
and
the bluff.
she just went out and produced me 2 beautiful babies, and is now grandbabies, and is now in a marriage. But
I love that.
it's hard. I was going through a really rough time. I just didn't know what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
Basically, weed, CBD, marijuana changed my life. And when you start diving into this, you start wanting to change the lives of other people.
Right.
It's not about just smoking weed and having fun. It's about
healing.
And it's about, people don't even realize, this is I didn't bring this, Maria, for this slideshow. I can post it for you guys though, but these are just a few of the molecules that are in the hemp plant that do amazing things for your body. And when I say that, I'm talking about calming effects, pain relief, sedatives, increases appetite, decreases appetite. It treats nausea, anti-inflammatory, it's a psychoactive, and an anti-cancer agent. And that's just a few of them, you guys.
Right.
So when I started looking
Scratching
into
the
all of
surface.
this, yeah.
Right.
And there's also, in marijuana, this is a pre-roll right here that I brought, but there are terpenes.
I'm hoping we'll hit this out.
I know.
Oh,
right?
we're gonna. I brought champagne as well, so we can celebrate our first
champagne
day.
weed.
So,
Nice.
I like blunts and pre-rolls, but there are also, what people don't even understand is in this flower, there is called terpenes, and in the terpenes even, it's what they put on the flower to get the bees to pollinate it a certain way, and that takes care of certain things as well. There's anti-spasmodic medicine. There is, anti-cancer agents. There are new cell growth agents. There are actually terpenes and an agent in this plant that produces new brain cells. Did you hear that? Produces new brain cells.
Yep. And there is
So,
all kinds of proof.
yeah,
out there.
so you can
read in the
smoke
right
it.
places.
you can use the CBD, a good CBD oil. I'm not telling you to go buy your shit at a gas station or a vape shop where you don't know what's in it. All of our products have a 60-day money-back guarantee. I'm not saying I didn't go get my shit at a gas station or a vape shop to change my health. And if you're looking to do that, you're probably not looking to change your health.
There are no regulations for
Yeah.
CBD, so a person
You don't know how
can
it's made
put
and you can
that
put
it
whatever.
has this much CBD in it, and then it's tested, and there's actually none. But there are harmful things in it, so you have to watch what you buy.
As well. And what a lot of people don't know is that oil's supposed to be a certain color. And I've had people send me pictures. They're like, well, my oil doesn't work, and I've tried it. And they've sent me a picture of a clear oil. When I first got into CBD, I took clear oil and spent $110 per bottle
see that.
on a clear oil. Your oil should look like a green hemp plant
It came
color.
from a plant. If it's clear, they
Right.
either didn't get the right thing.
And
or
it also
bleached
depends
it,
on
or
where
I
it's
don't know.
grown. If you're growing your hemp plant in a farm where they mass produce shit and they're putting chemicals on it, that's not going to be good.
Pesticides
The
and-
soil that it's grown in matters. So it's just not that we're CBD and cannabis and ooh la la. No, you guys, this is important shit that should be looked at and grown in a specific way.
Right.
And it's not like that. So anybody can do it and everyone's trying to make a buck from it. And it's
Right.
not going to work for you if
not
that's
like
what you're
ditch
looking
weed.
for. So, and you also can do an edible. But I mean, you can do this any way you want to. It helps with so many things, guys. I'll be here every Tuesday and Friday talking to you guys about that part. That's what I feel my niche is. That's where I
I'm
want
so
to grow and
excited.
teach
Yeah.
people. And, you know, I want to change people's lives. My mom told me one day on one of our lives that, I'm not going to cry. She told me live
you
that I
are.
literally changed the quality of her life.
Oh,
She waited to say it on live camera, so this one's.
And
that's so sweet.
So it's-
I am actually excited to change my life in the way that you guys have changed yours.
It all goes
I'm-
together.
Well, and it's just,
Yeah.
you know, if you have, and people just don't realize they get stuck on this. These, you're not going to find 500 side effects with this shit. Where you could have anal blinkage, you know, anal leakage, die, you know, loss of breath. I mean,
Right.
your heart could stop. No, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. You
I mean,
see
they
it-
give you that, so if it does happen to you, well, you sign the paper.
Right.
You knew there was a risk.
But, you know, God honestly put all this
Stay
stuff
off
here in
the
a plant for a reason, you
pharmaceuticals
guys.
if you can.
I
And
agree.
I'm just wanting you guys to look, and maybe if you have an ill mother or father, brother or sister that are really going through something, what is it going to hurt you to take a look and try to change the quality of their life?
Yeah.
Make the change to change your life. That's
For
really what
sure,
it's all about.
For sure. I agree.
So you can actually find me on Facebook. Shelley Stanton Ray. My
so
website
awesome.
is.
You might see her cry there, though.
Yeah, I definitely cry on my lives.
Yeah. It's real.
Right. Well, it's just sharing your story, and that's what you want to do. You know,
Right.
when you find something that's literally changed your life. I mean, I don't know where I'd be right now at
Very
46 years old and
She had to think about that.
250
Yeah.
plus pounds. I mean, where would I be? Would I have had a heart attack and died by now? Who knows? And they like to keep you on that cycle for a reason.
Right.
You
as
guys
you
might
keep-
know it or don't know it or not, but they get paid to prescribe you those pills. I mean, I love and
Yeah.
respect all of our medical workers. Do not get me wrong. I love and respect every single one of you guys. I'm just saying, if you've tried to change your health for a better and it's not working, there are other alternatives out there. And
Right.
until you look and find it yourself, they're not going to put those
Do some
answers in front of you.
open-minded research.
Yeah. So my website is yourhighestself.vegas, and you'll see me here every Tuesday and Friday with these amazing, beautiful ladies.
No doubt. What yummy lives we have.
I
Holy
know.
smokes.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. I feel like we have one more segment we're gonna do
Yeah.
today. Is it? And I feel like it deals with you, Shelley.
Oh, it does?
I thought that it was maybe. I
We're
might
only
be
going to do
wrong.
one
The
more
Vegas
today?
strip teasers? That's what
Yeah,
we
I thought
have
it
coming
was.
up.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was that. Like,
Oh, that's
you
the
have-
she put the pools in the news, which I can't
Oh, but that's
find
okay.
her.
Here's another teaser.
Oh.
The Virgin Hotel is opening this month.
oh, I was like,
It's the
I'm not
old Hard Rock.
familiar with that.
It's the old Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh, that's funny.
Purely because it's called the Virgin, she doesn't
Yeah.
get
Right,
that.
I'm I was like, that doesn't sound, I don't
You're
get
like,
that
wait,
word.
there's Virgin in Vegas? That is
I
absolutely
know.
insane.
That's
Right.
redundant.
Shelley, that is the wrong story.
I know, right? Somebody lies.
And I have a funny story for the strip teasers. I thought that the big outdoor festival with tons of vendors, food, art, music, called First Friday was coming back because I follow a band that's here and I've wanted to see them since I've been here, but I have not. And they had an event coming this Friday, this First Friday. I got I don't know how many people that are so stoked. to
Well,
go
she
down
said
to
First Friday, and I got super excited
So on
because I
Fremont
love First
Street.
Friday.
Yes.
Yes, I've never been yet. But
It's amazing.
First Friday on Fremont Street is a little bit of an event.
Right.
That's what
makes
that's
sense
what we
what I'm
thought it
saying.
was.
So
what
it
makes
was
it
called-
different though than regular Fremont? What is First Friday on Fremont?
So basically, it's a place where a bunch of food trucks come in, a
and
bunch of vendors,
tented vendors.
Okay, I
and-
didn't-
and it's also down in the art district downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to actually walk through the galleries and
Right.
view the arts inside the art shops. They have a stage out there, so people do perform on the stage. So yeah, you can get a booth. You can have
There's food and all kinds of
food
stuff.
trucks,
but
entertainment.
that's not happening because
Right.
they just happened to name their event First Friday because it's happening on
That's
the
why I
first
got
Friday.
excited. I'm like, oh,
I
First
know.
Friday.
Right, but it's
So
not.
I let a few people down who were really stoked
Me.
to go to First Friday.
Right.
This is one.
Right.
And but basically the band is still playing. They're playing at Jammin' on Main, which I guess is a tie-dye shop. I haven't been yet, which is
Okay.
also kind of
Tie-dye.
weird.
Right,
They'll be
right.
playing 7 to 10 this Friday. Name of the band is Catfish John, and it's a tribute to the Grateful Dead, which hits me right here.
I don't know
That's all I
anything
got.
about that life.
Me either.
That's
You'd
so-
like it, hippie
I
and
don't
free
know
loveness.
stuff.
Oh, that would be.
I don't
you'd
know.
be-
See, like I'm a
I
country
don't know.
music or it's old school hip hop rap. I mean, I'm like
Yes!
NWA,
Oh my God, we're
Snoop,
probably the same then.
Dr.
This-
Dre,
I like
and then
the old
country.
soul rap, but not the country.
I'm
so
huge
then
country.
And
I
I'm fine with the country
I'm
too.
actually gonna wear my country boots on Friday, so stick around.
Kyle loves country, and it's so
Ooh,
funny
I lo-
because I get in the car and it's on the fucking country.
Yeah,
channel.
does she know where to go line dancing around here? Because that's really
no,
something I
but
want to
I
pick up.
want to.
Let's pick it up.
Bad.
Let's do it.
Bad.
I'm ready to put
I
my
was
boots
gonna-
on and shake my ass.
Yes. Oh, sweet Jesus, my life is so good.
I can't
Yeah.
wait either. Shelley we used to go out dancing when we first met each other. We were quite a bit younger.
Then we couldn't walk the next day because we were at Lowe's
We
so many
both
times.
I want
we
my-
both worked together, so we'd be walking around the next day like, ow.
I want my exercise and the strengthening
That is
of
a
my
great
body
workout.
to be dance
Dancing.
because I don't know how to dance at all. I'm bad. I
Oh.
suck
So you'd be really good
so
at the Grateful
hard.
Dead
So I
function.
need this in a lot
Yeah,
of different ways.
I love it.
Right.
That's so cool.
I'll never forget when I learned to dance and
So
caught
let's
the
start
rhythm.
going dancing.
When I finally, because I'm an old school white girl. I was out there.
Oh my
Elaine,
kicking like
never,
Elaine.
never.
Boy,
never.
I found the rhythm and look out, boys.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. That's
Let's
gonna
do it.
You know,
As soon as they let us.
Yeah.
man.
I love dancing. Okay, so also the Hard Rock Hotel is opening this month. Or no, The old Hard Rock Hotel, which is
turning into Virgin.
hotels
Weird.
are opening this
How dare
month.
they talk like that?
And
I know,
didn't you
right?
say the new one as well, or something
Which
about
one?
the new Hard Rock?
That's what she just said.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the
she
old
said-
Hard
It's
Rock is
called-
actually Virgin now.
Yeah.
And they're opening this month with no resort fees.
Oh, praise God
Which is
for
huge.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially for us that want like a little staycation.
Right.
Because we're like, really, resort fees?
Right.
Sure.
And we
It was
know we
nice when
should
they
have
were
a
doing the
frequent
station
flyer
casinos
card.
around like Red Rock, and then we're doing no resort fees for a while.
Nice.
But then they just jack up the prices a little bit. You pay for it one way or the other.
Right.
yeah.
But anyway, so Virgin is not going to charge any resort fees, and they said they're not going to be like $20 for a combo like strip food. It's going to be, normal kind of pricing, and it's resort style. They have a huge casino. They even actually have an entertainment venue in there as well. So I'm really excited to.
Nice.
We should go walk through there one day and.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
for real.
I want to
'Cause
go
we
do
need-
all
we
this.
need
The dancing, the
footage.
walkthrough,
We
the
need
pretend
footage.
First
Yeah,
Friday.
People don't want to just see us sitting here. They want to see us up and about in Las Vegas, don't you guys?
Oh, they want to see everything.
Oh.
I'm pretty positive of it.
Yep. Well, we're gonna give it to them.
No doubt. I love today. I think
I
it
did
worked
too.
out perfectly.
Yeah.
I was
And
a
we were
little-
all nervous and freaking out this morning, you guys.
Yeah.
Should
for
have seen
real.
us.
I
Like-
mean, we were also kind of expecting that. But,
We
you know,
were.
little bobbles and
But like
stuff,
2
so-
seconds before go time, I about fucking panicked.
We
I
deserve
gave her
this.
I gave her a cloud 8.
She did, actually.
And
Right.
don't you feel better? Are you kind of relaxed?
Well, I do. I am relaxed, actually. But this is one of the things that I forget about comedy and why I don't have enough practice under my belt yet, is that with that is the most scariest thing. I love public speaking. I love conversation. I love this.
Uh-huh.
But that is a little bit different to me in my
Right.
mind. And I've built up such a block that it's prevented me from
We
practicing.
can get, we're tearing
But
that
when we
down.
got in here today, like as soon as I get started, I'm happy.
You're good. Yeah.
But if you can't get my ass up there,
Yeah.
then, that's where.
That's
so
the
last
comfort
night I
zone
did
thing.
not go. Well, I mean, I went, but I didn't,
Didn't go
Right.
didn't practice. And I was bummy with myself, but I was like, I'll try again next week,
You'll get there.
So I
You've
don't
probably
know.
just, built it up. I mean, that's a year,
Right,
a year and a half
exactly.
ago. I wouldn't even do a live or talk in front of
Oh,
people.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
petrified.
for real.
This is insane that I'm
petrified.
doing this.
That is
completely.
so true, because I remember thinking, and this was literally within a year ago, because it's been since we've been in this house in Rhodes Ranch. So I was like, I'm going to try a live. So I tried it in the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. They were repaving the roads. So I had to park a couple blocks from the house, and it's 2 a.m. And I know I'm like in a gated community, but I'm also like, I'm cute enough to die.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, let me go
No.
live.
I mean, no.
I did, right, exactly. I'm like, I'm going to go live. So that way, if it happens, there's evidence. But I didn't even point it towards myself. I pointed it towards the road or whatever.
Right.
And I talked through the live for just the couple minutes it took to get a couple blocks home. And I was like, woo, I did it. And then now I'm like, is it on?
Is it on? Are you there?
Like, and now I, look like the morning after and, yummy stuff and mascara
Well, that's what makes
down
it
my
yummy,
face,
though, right?
and I'm like, whatever. We can
Whatevs.
so do this.
Right.
So while I'm not chipping away at the practice for comedy, I'm chipping away at other fears.
Yes,
That
there
are
you
less
go.
fearful.
Right.
Well, I
So,
think with all of us being
as long
together
as-
2 days a week, we're going to keep chipping away at all of our stuff.
right.
Yeah, for real. For real. I think we're kind of a little bit of a dream team. And we're all sexy as shit.
I know.
We can't even help it. It's
Cute
so
as hell
fucking
and
natural.
sexy as shit. That's
Right.
a great combination.
Right? She's like, not kinda.
Fine
So-
China here. Look, we got
I
the
know, right?
Fine China.
Well, fine China.
That song was written about us, by the way.
And this from Maria.
Now we just need the cock button.
This bitch, we're gonna need all the cocks. Maria, we're gonna need all the cocks.
All of them.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to get quicker on the cock. Right?
When I say that.
No doubt. No doubt. So you brought champagne.
Yes, we're going to break into this. I think today went amazing.
We're gonna, tie a little bit on and continue to
and then we're going to tie it
enrich
on
each
and
other's
then
lives.
put together content for Friday morning for y'all.
Because, here's what I figured out. Tuesday pops up, and then Friday pops up real quick, and then Tuesday's there
Here
again.
again.
So I'm like, I feel busy now.
We have to
Right.
get busy. We have to work.
I feel busy.
I'm hoping to get stories ahead on most of those things so that it's just like this week I just have to do this and this or what have you. But
I
that's
know.
my
Like
little
I
that's my little dream
feel
world.
You on it.
So
Cool.
the 3 segments, you guys, we're going to talk about like the news and where in the weather.
Where in the weather?
And then, but we also have what
we
I
have
love our
others.
individuality with
Right.
Tabs Cocktails, Better You with Desi Lou, Green Queen Shell Ray. Those are like our educational,
Right.
We're also looking for outreach opportunities. We'd like to highlight those.
Yep.
Good happenings. If you have a good
Yeah.
happy heart story, let us know. Because, like, for real, I'm going to be talking about, jackpot winners. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because we have to search so hard
Right.
for such yummy
For
things.
for good news.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
exactly.
We've been not watching news, at least us two, for many
I don't watch
years
television,
now.
so yeah.
Right, exactly.
I don't,
So
When-
trying to comb through to find good stories,
when
it
we
was
went
just
to
depressing.
look, it was so, I was like,
Everything was bad.
all these-
Everything was
Well, and
bad.
then it's
That's the
COVID, so
thing.
it's COVID, and I'm like, no one wants to hear
I'm
about
not
that
reporting
shit.
on that crap.
Right.
So
So
I
we
feel
have
you.
made a, what do you call it? A quadrant of different topics that we think
yeah.
You'll enjoy.
that will keep you
Yeah.
entertained.
They entertain
We have
us.
many cool segments. Some will drop off some days when we may be.
And if you guys
running
have
late
any
and don't
suggestions,
time.
send them to us. What do you want to
Yeah.
see us doing around Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Where do you want to see us go? We love suggestions.
And we love to know people. So
Yeah.
if you've got somebody that's got a yummy business or they do yummy things.
Yep, and they want us to
Right.
come and talk about it or spotlight them. We would love to hear
Yeah,
and
we
see
were
that.
gonna be looking to review all kinds of things. So
I'm
invite
looking
us
for any
out.
dispensaries out there. I mean, I know I'm in them enough, but if any of y'all want to call
While
me to
she's
come
in
do
there.
a review, I'm your
Right.
girl.
And
real.
I'd love to review bands and venues as much as possible.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
my
that is your
job. It's my
gig.
job. It's my job.
I know. And then I just like to keep all the comedians happy. They already have my
So
number.
I mean, what better reviews than that? Yeah.
They already have my number. That's too cute. I
Yeah.
love us, guys.
Yeah,
I
we're
love
looking
us
forward to
too.
putting some amazing stuff together for you guys, and keeping you laughing and feeling good. That's what we're here for.
Right.
For
I
shizzle.
agree. Start your day in a good way.
Fun, laughter,
Right.
You know,
All the
with
times
lots of
you could ever imagine.
None of them
Are we on
attached
it?
to
Are we
humans.
still? Are we wrapping it up?
We have wrapped it up.
All right.
We definitely wrapped it up.
I think when we wrap it up, you know how we go every time we start, we go this way. When we wrap it up, let's come from the bottom.
Okay.
Oh,
That way you
wow.
can end it up
That's
your way
backwards,
too,
for
right?
real.
Oh, will that
No, I like
jack
it.
up your?
No, it
No.
just has to be a system.
Yeah.
As long as it's
As long as it's a system.
Right.
as long as it's a system. For
So
real.
anyway,
Let's
until next
implement a
time, you
system.
lovelies, we all love you and can't wait to see you on Friday morning at 8:00. Until then, I'm Shell Ray.
I'm Desi Lou.
And I'm Tabitha. We're out.
Mwah.
Bye, guys. Have an amazing week.
Are we done?
Here we go.
Well, I was doing it that way, then so she was like,
देखो झूमता गगन हे छाया आसमां देखो झूमता गगन
ये कैसा नशा प्यार का समा
I'm Tabitha Beeson,
I'm Desi Lou.
I'm Shelray.
and we're Rise and Shine Las Vegas. And you're about to be better for it. We're going to start off the show with the morning booze.
And then we're going to do About Last Night.
Totally do About Last Night next. It doesn't even matter.
I mean, you said we're going to start off the show, so it sounded like we needed to do the right order.
I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with a progression.
Okay.
Do you really think there's going to be an order with anything?
No.
Probably not, right? I think that just solved the dilemma we're having right now. So we've got morning booze. We've got In the Hood. What else do we have?
I'm doing Better You with Desi Lou.
Shelly.
And I'm Shelray, your green queen. So I'm going to be doing all things hemp, cannabis, CBD, bud.
that stuff.
Smoke it however you want to do it. I'll be teaching you and talking to you about that.
Dude, weed. I am going to be doing Tabs cocktails. You know, cock-a-doodle-doo.
And so it starts.
Right? Name another one. We'll give them two more.
About Last Night.
About Last night.
Wear the weather.
Yeah,
gonna
wear
be
the
fun.
weather. Oh my
That'll
God,
be
I can't wait to
fun.
wear the weather. And strip teasers. We can't forget
Vegas
strip
strip
teasers.
teasers.
Oh,
right.
yes.
We'll tell you what's coming up on the strip and all that kind
We'll
of
be
stuff.
out and about different places.
Yeah.
So we're available when? 8 a.m.
Tuesdays.
And Fridays.
Pacific
Right
Standard
here.
Time.
Twice a week.
Social
there or
media
be
shows.
Double dose.
Double dose. Be there or be square. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Y'all aren't ready. Or maybe you are.
We'll find out.
All right. We're out. We'll see you soon.